Welcome back, everyone, to another session of Half-Rate Heroes. Previously, our adventurers had been dealing with encounters with this that were associated with this grey-skinned individual with moving tattoos. They had heard about him while they were in the Feywild, and then again, someone had tried to kill them. And it was associated with this person. So last week the party set a trap, almost, sort of. They told the guy where they were going and then started walking in that direction. So he started to follow them. And just as they would have planned, at some point along the travel from Silvery Moon to Everland, our heroes were stumbled across by Talaras, the Goliath storm sorcerer, and his companions. The battle was tense. The battle was hard. We did lose Kale in the battle, but then he was revived, so everything's okay. He's not actually dead anymore. But we rejoin the adventure right there at the scene of the battle, moments after Kale has been resurrected. Take it away. What do you guys want to do?
That could have gone better.
Of all of the other creatures and Talaras and everyone around your feet right now.
That'd be a hard fight.
Yeah. I almost didn't think we were going to walk away from that.
I hold
Kale,
up,
my
Kale.
girl, Lafcardio. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
I have all my pots about me. Everything seems to be in
Everybody
order.
Peace.
Yep. I'm okay. I'm fine. Don't ask anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna clamber back over to the center point of the encampment that we made, and stick my glaive in the ground and put my elbows on my knees. Would anybody be interested in a little bit of constructive criticism? You know, I am very sensitive to your feelings. But if you... I got some ideas on how that could have gone better, if you were interested.
What you got to say, girl?
Well, for you, old man, and I say this with all the love, I really like your hammer. That is a badass hammer.
But
it packs a mighty wallop when you throw it, I noticed. And I'm starting to become slightly concerned that the temptation is so great to toss it that you may be losing sight of where on the field you need to become the bulwark. And you are most effective when you are the bulwark. For instance, when we started out, you did the throwing thing, and it missed a couple times. And then you came back about, 7 to 10 feet. And when you came back, that put Kale and Lafcadio right in the sights of their magic-y guys and their shooty guys. So they're squishy. No offense.
None taken.
yeah, hindsight, looking back at that battle, I think we should have rushed you.
I would have felt better with you at my side as soon as possible. We also could have potentially taken down either Talaras or the Paladin if you had been up there quicker. So, back to basics. Just come with me. Charge. Let's beat them down as fast as possible between us.
I'd be looking forward to that.
Perfect. Allie,
Mm-hmm.
you were fantastic. You did great out there. The
Oh.
only single piece of advice that I could possibly have for you is I noticed that your tactics are very heavy on the ambush factor.
Mm-hmm.
Your speed seems to be your ability, your the thing that you have that other people don't. And there was a moment initially in the beginning, again, when I was rushing in, where a couple of your shots were long shots, and it was long for even a crossbow, and they ended up missing. I suppose I'm gonna say just because of the length, because otherwise you would have gotten those guys. And
Probably. I did miss a few.
what I was thinking was perhaps you could use that speed and agility that I've seen you exhibit. And when I say that, I mean you seem to be able to do more things than we can get off in 1 or 2 attacks. If you could have used that speed to either close the distance and make it not such a long shot, or moved a normal amount and then waited for them to come for me as the bait, and I am okay with being bait, I think you could have made those hits.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. That Goliath blocked a lot of them. I thought my arrows were going straight at him, and they just stopped. Twice.
Perhaps there is something to me engaging them first, but I believe you could have been ready at that point to unleash your fury upon them after I unleashed mine. If you had, I think we could have gotten Talaras to drop before he bamfed out of there, which is where everything went to hells. Lafcadio, that kind of goes the same for you. If you had, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate the healing magic. That's great stuff. I like feeling good. I don't like feeling bad. But if you had honed in on Talaras at that point, I believe you could have taken him down. And he wouldn't have bamped out, and then we wouldn't have had to worry about Kale. And Kale, I didn't actually see what you were doing. You're probably doing fine. It's a little over my head what you do. So the summary in all is, yes, it is incredibly important to be doing damage, but it's just as important to remember where you are on the field. For some people, that means moving more. For some people, that means moving less. And Lafcadio, try to prioritize when it is time to be a lion versus a man.
Right. Okay. So I guess what you're saying is that when I healed you, I should have hit the other guy instead.
Basically, yeah. I might have been able to get an additional couple of hits in with that healing, but you could have taken Talaras down instead, which would have saved both you and Kale, and you guys are the ones that get me back up.
So like
It's a synergy.
a focus fire type thing.
Exactly.
Got it. Won't let that happen again.
That's it. And, I understand that with the mechanics of battle and everything is always changing, it is not an easy thing to know what you're supposed to do, where you're going to be most effective at the time. So don't misunderstand me. I think you guys did a good job. But this is how we can do better.
Well, thanks for that, mate.
I think I'm going to take a nap now.
Well, I'm going to look around and see if there's any clues on who their friends might be. And if their horses are still around, we can always grab those.
So they weren't on horses, if I remember rightly. They were walking down the same path that you guys were walking down. It was just the three of them. And I think, if I remember right, at the end of the last session, you were able to confirm that he was also hailed from Luskin, or at least the clothing that these guys had on them indicated that they hailed from Luskin. That much is clear.
The black god had a symbol.
Yeah.
Good. Kale, mate, how does that speak to the dead thing work? How does because I'd like to ask these guys some questions.
Kale looks up from his book. Pardon me, that he'd been writing in. And he says, "Huh? What? Can you repeat that?"
We killed the folks with the information. Is it possible to speak to the dead and get them to answer some questions? The way you did with that the other fella.
I can return the animating spirit to the body, so it's not it's not exactly them answering the question, but they I can't compel them to give me truthful answers, and if they know I was an enemy of theirs, which they must, they wouldn't talk much.
For what it's worth, when I was tangling with the blackguard, he seemed very unenthusiastic about his job. I don't know if he actually liked what he was doing.
So the idea that they might recognize you as an enemy, that means that they would rely on sight. Is that right?
I don't think so.
How?
Because the corpse can't see anymore. It doesn't return its senses except perhaps hearing, though even that, I'm not sure exactly how that works. It's just, it has and utilizes the knowledge that it had stored inside it at the moment of death. Does that make sense?
Well, then okay, so I change my appearance and I become the blackguard. So what if I appeared like this guy, and then you reanimated the big boss guy, and I had like my sword to your neck, like I'm compelling you to bring him back to life, and we convince him to tell us, something interesting, like, hey, I want to bring you back to life. I don't know where the big boss man is. Can you refresh my memory so I can bring you to him to bring you back to life? Or vice versa, I could be the Goliath guy and we could trick the blackguard guy. Do you think that might work?
I think the archer would be the best one to pretend to be. After all, she was the last one that we killed. So both the blackguard and the Goliath died before her, so they would feasibly believe that she may have lived.
I could ask all three. I think it would be prudent perhaps to start with the blackguard, since, as you said, he didn't seem enthusiastic about the whole thing. I guess I have to believe you because I don't know what he was like. I didn't really see much of him.
He kept apologizing for hitting me. It was really weird.
Kale, is there any magic that can make them tell the truth? Have you ever heard of such a thing?
There's magic that can make living people tell the truth. I don't know about the animating spirit of a dead body, though. It's very odd. I could try it.
Let's shake them down.
Okay, everybody. Just gather.
So,
Yeah.
Kale,
Yes.
I think you would, before anyone tries it, I think you would understand that Zone of Truth requires the person to make a charisma save. The dead person can't make a charisma save, so they can't fail it. So Zone of Truth can't work on the dead person. Okay.
I'll try it anyway.
Okay.
I'll lay down on my back and pretend to be dead. Just in case.
Well, yeah. If the corpse can see, let's just position it in such a way that it doesn't notice anyone other than me and the actor's guise as this other fella.
Sure.
I go and slink behind one of the nearby trees and hide.
Well, first let's put all the bodies in one area.
Okay, so you gather all of their bodies over. Talaras, the Goliath's body, is just dense. It's a bulky form, so it's heavy to move over. Or pretty much as heavy as the guy wearing plate armor. Like, it's just a big, bulky
I've got it.
individual.
I got it. No, don't. I got it. No.
I'm gonna
eventually-
go over and lift him up over my shoulder and carry him in.
All right. Good job, Mike.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I just didn't want to have to walk around every other body. Had a rough day so far. I did not prepare Zone of Truth today. Out of character. So that's why I wanted all the bodies in one place. Okay, so I'll start with the Blackguard. Did anybody catch their name?
All we know is Talaris's name.
All right, well, we'll start with the Blackguard anyway. We don't need to know his name. Just thought it'd be nice. And what am I? Can anybody, out of character, can anybody ask questions on this? I forget if that's a thing.
So, allowing it to answer questions you pose. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
Okay.
The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy.
Okay. So what?
But out of character, Kale can still talk to us in between
Yeah, of
questions,
course.
correct? Okay.
Yes. He has to actually pose a question to the creature. And I would say because it's all coming out of his arcane power, he has to actually will the question he poses to be the one that is asked. He could stand in front of the thing and ask just any old question, but unless he actually intends on that being the question that is posed, it won't be forced to answer. Okay.
So what would you like me to ask?
Ask where their base of operations is.
So Allie shouted from her hiding place, base of operations.
I reckon if Talaris was trying to compel you to bring this fella back to life, he wouldn't ask where the base of operations was.
He did mention that we are messing with a much bigger story.
Yeah, he referenced the master.
So I think that needs to be a top priority on finding out what be this top story, top person. Why are we meddling in where we don't need to be?
So if we're acting in the guise that I'm compelling you to bring this fella back to life, maybe asking him what his motivations are. You know, maybe if he doesn't want to come back, you know, these types of things. Maybe he'll declare his love for Mr. So-and-so at 123 Main Street. You know, so if we understand why he's doing what he's doing, it might give us the clues. Because, like I said, if he can perceive Talaras threatening Kale, he would know that Talaras knows all these detail type questions. He would know the answers to all these things. So asking him why he does what he does, if he wants to come back, why he wants to come back, that sort of thing, to see if we can get any sense of the overarching scheme.
So why do you do what you do? Why do you want to come back? Why do you want to come back? Okay. Kale will gingerly pluck through the items that he has in his explorer's backpack, and he'll get some incense out and firebolt it just with a finger gun to light it. And he will cast the Speak with Dead spell.
Okay. And which of the individuals are you casting the Speak with Dead on?
The Blackguard,
The Blackguard. Okay.
I guess, yeah.
Right. Then, yeah, go ahead.
I am disguised as Talaras, and I have his staff, and I am holding it menacingly at Kale.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, why do you do the things that you do?
All must end. All must die. I act according to the will of the Master.
Okay, so I will butt in here and I'll say, "No tricks, priest. I want him back, alive in the way he was. Bring him back, or you'll suffer dire consequences."
Okay. Do, do you want to come back to life?
To live again breaks the desire of the gods. All must end. I will rest.
We'll see about that, punk. I got 10 days to bring your ass back. So
So can we hear the responses?
Yes, you can. So you can all feel fairly confident that he doesn't want to come back.
Nonsense! The master's work isn't done yet. Tell him he has to come back. Bring him back, priest!
I can't return an unwilling soul. You're being
You do what I say! The master wills it so.
So, I mean, what question? What?
Who is the master?
Who does number 2 work for?
I am a servant of the Master, a priest of the great cord.
Could you oh shit. What did he say? Cord?
He said, I am a servant of the Master,
Mm-hmm.
a servant of the great cord.
Cord, the great cord.
So does that mean he, the blackguard, is a servant of Cord, or the master is a servant of Cord? Or the master is Cord?
Insight checks.
Hey, I can do those. No, I can't. Hold on.
What'd you get?
17.
Yeah, okay. So you understand by his intonation, by the way, that he refers to he is a servant of Cord. He means that the Master is another individual who is a servant of Cord. Servant of some being, person called Cord.
So, master less than cord. And have I heard of this cord before?
Roll a religion check.
That's less. 16.
Should have lucky stoned.
No, but you do know, you recognize it is definitely a name in religious history. You just don't know the religious connotations to it. It would be worthwhile going to a place with a great religious library, maybe like a place like Candlekeep or something of that particular sort, where you might be able to gather the knowledge of who is Cord.
Yes. Okay, I have 2 questions left, I believe.
Yes, you do.
Where's the master at?
Sure, I'll just straight up ask that. Where where can we find your master?
You do not have to find him. He will destroy all in the end.
Sure, but if we wanted to speed the process up for us individually, could we go
Is
somewhere?
that your fifth question?
Yeah. Is there somewhere we could go to make that happen?
I will not reveal the master's location until he is ready.
Okay. See ya.
And then the life fades from the corpse.
Okay, so I changed to that guy now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy that, Lafcadio?
I like seeing your work. Your wizardry astounds.
Oh, I meant to-
Your bad cop routine is excellent today.
Yes, that's what I was referring to. But never mind that. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to could I just lay down for a bit?
Sure, mate.
Thanks. And Kale will pull his hood up and hide and lay down under it.
No, use my tent. I made it for you.
He'll go into the tent.
While Kale's resting, Allie wants to strip some of the corpses and kind of check for any hidden compartments or any hidden, like...
You've already gone over the bodies completely.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing extra that you can find on that person. Just nothing extra.
Nothing. What did we get off these guys again? Item-wise?
Staff of defense,
Oh, that's right.
a greatsword or a glaive +1. I'm not sure because he
It
was
was a-
fighting with the glaive, but it said greatsword.
He was fighting
Oh,
with the
that's
glaive.
right. It was.
Yeah, it's true. No, it should have been the glaive +1 because it was the glaive that he used. He broke through resistance 2. We had the discussion of resistance 2, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Doesn't specify magical, so.
Yeah, it was great sword +1 longbow, leather armor, and staff of defense, I think.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
presumably the Black God's plate armor.
Can do. It is damaged.
I'll fix it up.
Mm,
Ooh, been a while since we heard the maracas.
It'll take a while. Now, the Black Guard's plate armor is very specific to him, and it's fitted for him. It's set up with his holy symbols on it. Would you guys wear it, or are you going to be then somehow carrying it elsewhere?
Can we fit it in the bag of holding?
yeah, I'm not sure what I have in there right now, actually. I know you can fit a set of plate mail in there, for sure.
It'll fit, though it does take up 65 pounds of your weight limit.
Okay. I really gotta start tracking what the hell's in there.
And
Ew.
did anyone take the Blackguard's amulet?
That seems
Allie
like
is
something we
going-
should grab. Yeah.
Allie's gonna pocket it and...
Nos, Allie,
Yeah?
when we were back in Silvery Moon and we were in that shop,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to be heading into another town, and I'm not super thrilled about the way you guys were treated, and I feel slightly ashamed that I didn't speak up at the time, and I just like to know what are your feelings on that type of situation?
Allie lets out a long, drawn-out sigh, stretches her wings out, and offers the most sincerest, warm smile she can. Lafcadio, if you have to ask that, then you don't need to worry about doing anything else. Your concern is more than enough. There will always be people that will judge based on color creed, religion, or any other assortment of things. Your job is just to not be them.
So don't, is there no call to action for us to correct folks and their wrong ways of thinking?
If I was that upset with them, I would have put a crossbow in between their eyes.
What do you think, Nos? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't give a rat's ass about what some shopkeeper thinks. Who are they? Doesn't matter. Their life will come and go in a breeze, and they will be unglorified. They will die for nothing eventually.
Speaking from personal experiences, Lafcadio, taken up for, nah, she can handle herself.
Now, when it comes to lords and ladies, that might be a little bit different. You know, if we were to be talking to Lord Belvedere, for instance, and he took that tone with me, I might could use some backup, saying, "Oh no, this isn't your run-of-the-mill hobgob. This is Nos."
Gotcha.
Cloak.
Lafcadio. Your shape-shifting thing. How do you do that?
Well, it's a gift bestowed upon me by Nabanian.
And can you use it on anyone?
Not just myself, mate.
Huh. All right.
So, folks, what's we gonna do? We gonna build a fire and rest for a while, take a nap, or we hitting the road again?
Yeah, we were setting up camp when those blokes came upon us, so we should just take our rest here.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to go down a little further, but here's fine.
I think so. Kale, are you already asleep?
No, nope. Just staring at the inside of my eyelids.
Were you meaning to settle in for the night, or was the laying down just a brief interlude?
Just whatever. Whatever's good, man.
Well, I'm asking, do you want to ask this Talaras fellow any questions, or do you want to sleep on it?
I don't suppose we could lug his big, dirty body around.
Sure we can.
We could bring it back to Silvery Moon. No doubt there would be a reward.
Perhaps. I'll talk to him. I'll just do it. I'll just do it now.
Okay. It's worth mentioning the spell only really requires that the corpse has a mouth, not that it's intact.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a little gruesome.
Okay.
But yeah, so Kel will just like kind of groan and get up and limp over to this corpse. It's probably not very far away because I made them drag them all near me. And I'll do the whole, get an incense and light it up and talk to a dead person again.
And I'm now the black god with the glaive.
Okay.
Shit, what was I going to ask this guy? Same stuff?
Well, we want information about the master. Just follow my lead.
Okay.
Ask him how to bring him back.
Okay.
Bring him back! All right. Bring him back, priest.
Talaras, would you like to be revived?
No.
I didn't ask you to ask him if he wanted to come back. I asked you, nay, I told you to bring him back. You'll follow my directions, priest, or I will slay you. If you can't do it, I'll find someone who can. Ask Talaras where we can find someone who can bring him back.
Just a note for you, Sir Blackguard. If he just said he doesn't want to come back, then why would he tell me where to find somebody who can bring him back?
The master is not finished with him yet. He needs more work done. Now ask him.
Okay, where can I find somebody who will resurrect you?
I do not wish to be resurrected. You will not find someone capable of forcing my soul back.
Can I, like, throw a rock at one of these guys to get their attention?
No,
I
you
wanna
can't.
I want to be outside of the line of sight still.
Wait right there. Wait right there, priest. I have to relieve myself.
It's weird timing, but okay.
What is it? What is it, Nos?
Look, he sincerely thought for a second about hiring us. Why are we going through with all of this smoke and mirrors stuff when we could just say we want to know what this guy is doing and we don't want to interrupt his plans if it's good plans?
It's good thinking.
On top of that, tell him that he owes us answers because we were stronger than him.
I don't think that's gonna work. He's kind of he's like a magic-y type. They're all intellectual and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you can hook the hiring us to the master, we might be able to get somewhere.
Good thinking, mates.
We could always threaten that we'll animate his body and turn him into a zombie.
There's something dark hiding in you, Allie.
Is it hiding, really?
All right.
That was rather tame.
So I'll come back. I'll adjust myself. Where were we? Oh, yes. Ask the master what I should do with you worthless creatures. Ask Talaras what I should do with you worthless, pitiful creatures who were so willing to join us a moment ago. How should I go about proving their loyalty to the master?
Do you want me to do all that verbatim, or...
No tricks, priest.
So you want me to ask who would hire us?
How do you get hired?
How do we get hired? Okay, Talaras. How do we enter the service of the master?
The master needs people capable of performing quiet tasks. Seek him out in the place of pirates.
Pirates. Okay, what else did you want me to ask?
Specifically where? In the city of pirates.
Okay. Alright, I see where you're going with this. It's pretty obvious. So, Kale will kind of lean in a little bit closer. And he'll say, you speak in generalities and double speak, but the people that you speak to have proven themselves your better and will serve the master much more faithfully and powerfully than you ever could have. So tell us specifically how to reach this master.
In the city of pirates, steal something of high value and place it at the base of the Red Tower. He will find you once it's done, if that which is sought after is worthy of him.
Okay, and I got one more, right?
Yes.
Shit.
Allie's going to like softly call out, be like, ask him where he keeps all his valuables.
I'm kidding. All right.
So I mean, do you have anything else, or do you want me to just go nuts here?
Do I get the sense that the corpse regards me at all?
Not at all. Doesn't seem to be affected by anything other than the questions that Kale poses directly to him.
Okay. Do you know any good places to eat in Luskin?
Yes. Then the life leaves.
You're a dick, dude. That guy was a dick.
There are probably some really good ribs in Luskin, and we'll never know where. We'll be trying all these places. Like, you got good ribs, you got good. We'll never know.
I believe I still have the 500 gold piece diamond. I could bring it back.
Oh, sorry, mate. I had to use that diamond to bring you back.
Yes, what a terrible decision that was.
Does death count as a long rest?
I've asked that before. Like, would I get my spell slots back and stuff?
The longest rest of all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
With the fact that the spells usually say that you come back with 1 hit point or with a few hit points, you're brought back to life. Unless it said with everything refreshed, you're fine. You wouldn't get it.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Do I need to talk to the last person now, or is that enough?
I don't think so.
So,
I mean, unless we wanted to find their base of operations where they were operating in Silvery Moon to find any information or resources they had in the city, I don't see any reason to.
any of ye know what this fabled city of pirates be?
Luskin, locally. Non-locally, that's over in the Sea of Stars. But locally, Luskin.
So, we have to go back to me city of menace.
Looks that way.
I've always wanted to meet a pirate.
Why?
Well, how many pirate ships do you find in the Underdark?
It's not something you hope for. They're pretty, nasty. Generally. I mean, they smell bad, and they sing bad, and...
But what if we got on their good side? What if we stole a pirate ship?
We have to put it at the base of a tower. That might be tricky.
I hope you don't mean I'm going to steal something.
Are you opposed to that, Ellie?
Have I ever stolen anything?
I don't know. Have you?
I am hurt. While I have traveled with you, I haven't stolen a single thing. The fact that you would suggest something like that.
Well, let's be real. You've got the aptitude.
We haven't suggested it yet, Ellie. But if you don't want to, well, by all means, just let us know. We wouldn't
No, I'll
want.
do it.
Change tune pretty quick there.
I just wanted to make you feel bad.
All right. Well, then, should we set up watches and get this sleep over with?
So there will be 4 watches. Who's taking the first one?
I'll take it.
Wampum will take the first one. He needs to think about this last combat.
Allie
Okay.
will take the second one, and she's going to use the Talvash's body as a chair. Sit on it so it doesn't go anywhere. Nothing takes it. Nothing moves it. It's not going anywhere.
Like, do you fold him up against a rock? So
No,
that he
no,
can sit
she's
on
just
the
like-
raft,
I mean-
or-
I'm assuming he's just like flat on the ground. She's just going to kind of sit there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take the third watch.
So the third, and then who's going to take the fourth?
I'll take the fourth. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So Wampum, start with your perception check, please.
On it's at advantage, I think.
Why would you have advantage?
I am no, it's not advantage.
There we
It's,
go.
It's just I'm just adding my my
Your what?
my
Oh no.
my proficiency bonus.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you.
All right. What's the result?
That would be a 26.
Okay. The sounds and smells of battle, because bodies after they've died start to release certain things that start to create smells, start to attract other creatures. During your watch, you watch as small, what would be considered small predatorial animals, like little bobcats or like a tiny little carnivorous animal, would approach, see you all camping there, and just leave, as this was your prey. Nothing bothers you, but you do see that creatures are being attracted by the smell of the corpses by your feet.
Yeah, during his watch, Wampum is drawing a diagram with his hand axe in the dirt, going, well, he was here, I was here, Nos was there, we moved here, and going, well, I guess I should have moved there. You know, so
A bunch
he's-
of X's and O's and arrows.
yeah, he's drawing out the entire football diagram.
Boom.
And then, as the prey would be coming up to the corpses, he just reached down and grab a rock and toss it, and go back to drawing.
All right. Then you end your watch. Nothing nefarious happens to you guys, and we pass over to Ali.
I'll walk over and tap Allie on the forehead. Hey,
What?
just don't mess up my diagram. It's your turn.
Okay. Have a good night.
Oh, there's things that are starting to smell that ugly thing out there.
Oh,
Just watch yourself.
I'll cover them with dirt.
Is that what you do while you're taking your watches? You kind of cover them over because you're, as you said, you're leaning on one of them.
Yeah.
The smell is starting to seep into your clothing.
Yeah, Allie's gonna bury him under
Okay.
a small amount of dirt.
All right. Roll a perception check while you're doing so.
That would be a 23.
23. Similar sort of situation. Nothing really happens. Few things come to investigate your campsite, but that's it. Just leaves.
And in my watch, how many were I able to kind of cover?
2 hours, you could cover all 3 of them if you wanted.
Okay. Yeah.
Grouped into one mass grave, you could cover them up.
Sure.
Okay. And then you pass over to Lafcadio.
Wakey, wakey.
Right. Let's get watching.
I buried them. Hopefully that's okay.
Seems right.
Do you have any of that nice smelling stuff for your mane on you?
All the time, mate.
Can
Why
I
do you
borrow
ask?
some?
Sure.
Rubs it on her clothes, hands it back.
That's a bit sticky.
It'll do.
While you're watching Lafcadio, roll a perception check.
I will, real quick, do a second wind to regain 5 hit points.
Okay.
And use my Pearl of Power to gain a level 3 slot back. And then I will have to make a perception check.
Okay.
20.
All right. Towards the end of your watch, it's couple hours, well, it's about almost 2 hours before dawn. You do hear the sounds of horses clopping along the road. You hear the slight humming of an individual who is driving a horse wagon. You watch as this horse and cart start making their way through this fairly thin-looking gentleman, long grey beard, big pointy hat, is whistling along as he goes. Thankfully, the smell of the corpses has died down since they were covered up. The guy ignores you unless you prompt him. He just keeps riding along.
Well, I let him go by.
Hey, you want to see a dead body?
No. And then at the end of your watch, you pass over to Kale.
Kale, mate. There was someone who rode by, but he didn't pay us any attention. Allie buried the bodies. Good night.
Okay. Great. Thank you. And Kale will sit on watch underneath his cloak with the hood up, being hidden.
Okay.
He hopes.
Now, Kale, real quick. According to our discussion previously, privately,
Mhm.
you and I discussed something. Which did you decide?
Oh, gosh, I went with the thing that you said.
Okay. Something that might mess with your sleep, right?
A little bit.
But okay. So I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. Oh my god, I threw that really hard. 28.
All right. Lafcadio, when you wake up Kale, he looks like he's been struggling to sleep. He's gained the benefits of a long rest. Like when, well, not yet, but when your watch finishes, you will gain the benefits of a long rest. But you're obviously sweating heavily as you wake up. Your head is spinning a little bit. You didn't sleep well because of what we discussed.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough. So should I do a stealth check for the hood up thing? Trying to be hiding?
If you want to hide, go ahead and roll a stealth
Like
check.
to hide, yeah. With advantage. Ooh, boy. 22.
Okay. Certainly better than everyone's passive here. So you hide up against your little spot. You get a good view of the road, but you just kind of sink into the foliage and disappear from view.
Fantastic. Then I assume I have to make a perception check.
Yes, for the watch.
And I would like to guidance myself with my lucky rock. Oh, this dice is so much better. So that is 21 plus whatever this is, 6, so 27.
Nice. Your watch goes by fairly quietly. Nothing happens at all. You wake up, the dawn rises, the sun shines brightly on the campsite, and everyone wakes up naturally at the end of a long rest, having gained all of the full benefits.
We made it, team. We did it.
We did it.
Burn.
Yeah, we did it.
So who wants to dig them up?
For
Oh.
what?
Say what now?
Well, we should bring the body of the Goliath to Silvery Moon.
That is the opposite direction in which we are headed.
We could just tell them. Right, Kale. I mean, would you mind letting them know?
I didn't hear no bounty of this Goliath anywhere. Unless I was gravely mistaken.
No, but if we were persuasive, we could get money out of it.
You want to carry him? Go ahead.
I guess I'll leave him there.
Sorry, I'm just looking.
Okay.
So
No worries.
at the start of the day, Kale, he leaves the hood up on his cloak now, and he starts by casting Aid at level 3 on himself, Allie, and Lefcadio. So they each gain 10 hit points.
And with the Aid spell, everyone's hit point maximum actually increases for the duration of... It's 8 hours, or is it? Yeah, it's for 8 hours. Okay. So it's a little bit better than gaining temporary hit points.
And then I believe I wanted to cast, what the hell, Death Ward.
That's the best kind of Death Ward.
Yeah, he will quietly cast Death Ward on himself as everybody's kind of rousing themselves up.
All right. I think with the mess of packing up a campsite, getting all of the stuff in, you'd be able to find a moment to quietly cast Death Ward on yourself.
Cool. And then... Sorry, I'm just preparing other spells. But yeah, while I'm doing that, sure, I'll send somebody, the captain, what's his face, and let him know that the bodies are here.
Same.
Do I know, how exactly do I know where we are right now?
You guys are, about a day's march is about 20 miles, 25 miles or so. So if you say 25 miles south of the road, off towards Everland, you should be able to near enough give him enough information that he could find it.
So 25 miles down the south road?
Yeah, south of Silvery Moon.
Okay, got it.
On the eastern side of the road.
So yeah, I will. I'll send him that while other shit's going on.
And does Allie have any contacts that she could reliably have money sent to, and then transferred to her?
So, are you asking if you have contacts that you could send money to, or someone else could give you money?
Someone could give money to the contacts, and then through the contacts, eventually it finds its way to me.
Well, for what reason would someone send you money?
I was just thinking within Zentarum contacts, with the sending, if we're going to get pay, and it's not able to reach the group, to have someone through a chain get it to us later on.
Potentially, but knowing the Zentarum, there's always the chance it might not end up reaching you. But yes, if you perform some form of task, or you make a requisition, or something causes the Zentarum to feel the need to send you money, they could send you money through contacts, as long as those contacts know where to find you.
Okay.
Obviously, if you keep moving without them knowing where you're going to be, they're always going to be one step behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the journey to Everland will take about half a day. You will arrive into the city of Everland early afternoon. I'd say about mid-afternoon time. Over the course of the journey, is there anything you guys would be doing while you're traveling? Anything at all?
Allie, after you.
Sure. I'd like to stride next to Kale and just walk for a minute in silence, and eventually, after about 5 minutes of being there, I'll ask, "Do you know any jokes?"
No, I don't know a single joke. I don't know any. I do. I know some, but I don't like being put on the spot.
All right, if you think of one, let me know.
Is there one that you want to share with me, maybe?
No, not in particular. I just wanted to get a feel for your sense of humor because I haven't sensed much of one. But I could be
Okay.
wrong. I could just be not picking up on it.
It's subtle.
Like what? Not on the spot.
You'd have
As much as.
You'd have to just know it.
Well, if you think of something, let me know.
Okay. Thanks for asking.
No problem.
Allie has one.
I do. Why do paladins prefer chainmail? Because it's holy armor.
Nobody in the party responds.
Rob was just saying-
Strangely, a pile of tumbleweed just suddenly crosses your path.
I have more.
No, please.
Hey, Allie.
Mm-hmm.
Two halfling cannibals were eating a jester. One turns to the other one and says, "Does this taste funny to you?"
That one's good. Allie, like, makes a mental note. Sometime during their travels, if we take any, like, small, like, 10-minute breaks while walking, Allie is going to change into the nice dress she got from Feldavales and adopt her disguise of Lady Althea Whisperwind, as it has
The
been a
outfit
week.
that's a bit big for you, right?
I think it was the right dimensions. Just
If you remember,
didn't have the
she-
holes in the wings.
She
Or maybe it was a little
sold
big.
it to you a bit big
Oh, okay.
and told you to come back later to get it refitted.
You're right.
And she wasn't there.
You're right. I'll still wear it.
It's just a little baggy, a little catches the wind, maybe.
In this town, I am Lady Althea Whisperwind. I am a merchant. Just so we're all on the same page.
Could you spell that for me, please?
Althea Whisperwind. I am a merchant from someone give me a random town.
Random Townville.
Undum Townville.
Of Dorbelia.
Merchant from Thunder Tree.
Lucky
Got it.
Hidaki chat says you're from Lavender Town.
Perfect. I'm from Lavender Town.
All right.
Better than Pallet.
Really?
Wasn't that where the grave was? Graves? It's where all the dead Pokemon. Okay, sure, yeah. Don't know what you're selling from there, but sure, why not?
So to build your character, because this is what you're doing, right?
Yep.
You're building your alternative character. It would help to have an idea of what you would actually trade. Like if you're going to
Okay.
be a merchant, what are you a merchant of?
I am a information broker who also sells business contracts.
What?
With foreign investors.
Okay. Because it'll come up at some point,
Yep.
you know someone will turn to you and like, what is that? Can you give the world an example of the kind of work that you've done in the past?
Sure. In Mantle Deereth, we financed a jewel store, or a jeweler's store, which received jewels from Druigar miners and furnished them into fine crafted jewelry to sell to the above world. Or
Okay.
non-Underdark.
So you were an investor.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Just as long as you have a story to tell people, then you build up that character. Okay, cool. Does she have a new accent?
Of course.
There we go. Ah. The Englishman inside of me is offended to the core at that. Just putting it out there. Okay, cool. Anything else that would be happening along the travels?
Can I also have an alternate identity with a new accent?
Of course, you're my manservant.
Yes, very good, madam. Never mind. Let's not do that. It would be silly.
All right. Then if there's nothing else, you guys will arrive in the city of Everland, as I said, mid-afternoon time. The gates open wide for you because you've been in the town before, except for your new companion. So the guards that are manning the gate don't have any particular reason to hold you out. You enter in, the town is as it was last time, fairly active. People are having a good time. It's a pretty nice night. It is overcast, and the sun, though it's going to set in a good couple hours, it is already starting to get a little dark already. Shining high above everything else is Moongleam Tower with its obsidian tower, black walls and its silvered moon shape disc on the top. When you enter the town, what are you doing? Where are you going, and who are you going to talk to?
I think we should head up to the Moongleam Tower and check in with the Hoppers. Let them know what we have learned regarding the shadow stuff.
I think that'd be a good idea.
And I'll secure us lodging for the night.
You do that, Lady Fancy Britches.
Oh, would you mind getting us more than 2 rooms? I noticed it's a thing you do. I'd like my own room if I may. I'm good for the coin.
I suppose I can't have my companions traveling in such droll conditions. 5 rooms it is.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. All right. So, Ali, you're going
Yeah.
off to find a room, going off for a place to sleep.
Yep.
Now, with your new persona, are you going to be... You're not going to be staying in the dregs of society, are you? You're going to be looking for the high life locations, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you will easily, after talking to a couple individuals, be guided towards the House of Rest. That's what it's called, House of Rest. Inside, it's all manner of almost obnoxious opulence. As soon as you enter in, there is an elven woman on a harp playing to invite you in, but there is a little bucket next to her with some coins inside of it. Just past her, there are people passing around goblets of wine. That's all they sell here. But there is a beautiful-looking young woman behind the desk that is kind of dealing with most customers there. And you will be able to secure yourselves a room. It is 2 gold per night per room.
All right, so I will get 5 rooms.
Okay.
And of course, I'm gonna let her know that that I am being escorted by the heroes of Silvery Moon to play up the bravado of how important I am.
Okay. And where, pray tell, are these heroes that are apparently escorting you?
Well, I couldn't just let them in here without taking a bath from the road, you know. I need say I need one myself, but where are my manners? They have to report in with the captain of the guard while I secure lodgings for myself. You can't leave these to adventurers. You know them. Always want... Do I know the name of any lower class bars here?
Not really, not that you.
Well, they're too unimportant of a bar for me to know their name.
All right. Well, she'll hand you the keys to the rooms and guide you to them. This location is fairly well. It's really nice rooms that have been set up for you. 4-poster beds with vanity tables and huge wardrobes that you can step into. It's really nice location. You've got your 5 rooms. Are you meeting the rest of the people somewhere? Because they have no idea where you went.
Yeah. They were going to the tower. Are there windows in each of the rooms? And are they open from the inside or the outside?
3 of the rooms have windows that open from the inside.
Okay. Before I go to meet the group, I'm going to hang up my dress, change back into my leather outfit, and kind of sneakily sneak out through the window. Just kind of, and then close it behind me.
Roll a stealth check. See if someone notices you climbing out the window.
That would be a... Let me see, what's my... That was a 12 plus a 12, 24.
Okay. You do manage to get out without any sort of notice or issue. Okay. So, the rest of you, where are you headed when Ali disappears?
Moongleam Tower.
So, going back the way you had been previously, you'd used the tower before. You will find the entrance just to the side. It's a simple door. There's no handle on the outside, so you have to knock, and a voice behind the door calls out, "What's the password?"
We're friends at the Hoppers.
We have rings.
Door opens a little bit. Tiny little head pokes out from behind. Okay. Pulls open the door. You got a scrawny little fella that opens the door, invites you inside. What's your business?
We've been charged by Deathrama.
Deathrama?
Not Muthrama from Silvery Moon. By Darathra from Tribor. We've been charged by Darathra from Tribor to investigate some things, and we'd like to report what we found. Who's in charge here?
Let me take you up to Bawak. And Bawak. He leads you up the stairs. It's a long spiral, across a little walkway. Eventually you get back to a large open room, the teleportation room that you had been in. Instead of the little old woman that you had seen previously behind the desk, there is now a big orc sat behind a desk. He's wearing robes, but they seem a little too tight around his physique, struggling to sit where he is. He stands up, waves at you all. This is Bawak. He's in charge for the day.
How you doing?
I'll leave you with him. Oh, what do you want?
G'day, mate. I'm Lafcadio, and these are my mates. We're working with Darathra, and she sent us to get some information regarding the ongoing crisis with the Shadowfell. Are you guys seeing any of that around these parts?
Oh, if you're giving information, I need paper.
Pardon?
1 second. He'll look around, pulling out bits of paper and part. Aha! Okay. What do you have to report?
Well, we took a trip to the Feywild and discovered there was a crystal installed by some Goliath, and it was converting the Feywild to the Shadowfell. At least that's our consensus.
Converting the Feywild into the Shadowfell. Oh,
I really don't remember myself. This is what I believe to be true.
that doesn't sound very good. Anything else?
We believe the Goliath was working for some fella in Luskin.
Always lost. Always the.
Dorathra herself was attacked by someone from Luskin, so it's likely the two things are related.
Keeps writing his notes. Yep.
And we're likely to find ourselves up that way pretty soon.
Okay. Okay. You have the rings, right?
Aye?
Okay. Do you need to go to Mirabar?
No, not immediately. Not right now.
Okay.
We're gonna conduct some business in town. I actually meant to ask for a recommendation from you. We need to seek out someone who deals in powerful magical items. And you make any recommendations?
Magical items?
Powerful items.
Powerful magical items, okay. I know a fellow. Come. Shh. We have to be a little quiet about this. I can trust you, right?
Friends of the Hoppers.
There we go.
Practically brothers.
Is he just like talking quietly to just lock audio at this point?
Anyone that wants to come close.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just...
Get really close.
He's just not willing to leave his chair. It kind of you notice the chair is on wheels and it leans back. It's quite a nice chair. And he doesn't want to leave it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's faulty.
I have a friend who, on paper, he's a spice salesman. But if you go to his shop, he'll sell you some really powerful stuff.
Like spice?
No, like really powerful items.
So he doesn't. It doesn't.
Items are a bit rarer these days, so he has them. That's where I get mine.
So just to make sure we're on the same page, we should not call attention to the fact that this fella is dealing in anything other than spices. Is that right?
Not until you get past the back door.
How do
You
we?
want to find Alekin Kilray. That's his name.
His name is Alekin Kilray.
Yep.
Kilray.
Kilray. As in K-I-L-R-A-E. Kilray.
I'm writing Killray.
Okay, fair enough. That's wrong. Fair.
I would like to channel Divinity to read this guy's thoughts.
Okay.
Just want to make sure he's not bullshitting us.
And as he's starting to read his thoughts, I'm gonna speak up and you got yourselves somewhat of a good armor smith in this here city.
Yeah. We do. His thoughts are exactly what he's saying, just repeated 1 second later.
Okay.
Not by a dwarf. Pretty good armor smith, though. Why?
I'd be looking to upgrade. I'd say.
Oh, well, yeah. You might want to upgrade. Armor's pretty good to get better. I don't like robes. You want gabinets.
Gabernets. I think guys can remember that.
Okay. He sells pretty good armor.
At this point, I'll kind of lean up against the desk and be like, so you lift?
I pick up a thing or two in my time.
Yeah?
Why?
You think you could bench press me?
I think I could, little lady.
I'll give
How
you
good
50
you
silver to
plank?
do it.
Okay.
I can plank. I can play like nobody's business. Let's do this.
All right. His big Valor pulls you in. He's still sat on his chair. He leans it back so that he can, like a lazy boy. Let's see how he does. Oh, yes. All right. He lifts and just starts pressing you. How much do you weigh?
Oh man, I want to say close to 160, something like that.
Okay. He's got a high enough strength that it's fine. It just.
Oh my, oh my, oh my goodness. Do we know where we're staying later?
I don't know. I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Does
right now.
Allie enter the room at this point?
Yes, I think Ali by now would be guided in to see Nos in the arms of an orc, being lifted high above his head while he sat on a lazy boy.
Allie,
Should I roll a perception to feel if it's threatening, like he's about to throw her?
Insight check, but yeah.
Okay. That's a natural one.
This does not look right.
Well-
Nos is in danger.
Allie's gonna sprint forward and attempt to like tackle the guy.
Allie, no!
Does someone want to like trip her or something?
Roll an athletics check, Ali.
Okay. That would be a 18 plus 1, so 19.
Relying on your capabilities to plank, he's going to let go of one hand and grab Ali as she runs to him.
Nice.
And then,
Hey Allie, where are we staying? You got single rooms, right?
I thought he was about to throw you.
That is not what's happening.
Yeah.
In a good way, Allie. In a good way, he'd be throwing.
Allie kind of reaches down, twirls like all 5 keys on her fingers, and like tosses one to Nos. Or hands, whatever's closer.
What's the name of the place?
It is a good rest. Is that what it was?
House of Rest.
House of Rest.
Yeah, we'll be staying there.
Okay.
Give me one of those keys, please, right now. Right second.
Allie divvies out the keys.
Okay.
Alligan, mate. Do we need to give like a password? Oh wait, you're not Alligan. You're
Bowick.
Bowick. Bowick,
I'm
mate.
Bowick.
Do we have to give a password to Alligan?
No, you're fine. We've been asking passwords lately just because people who want to get here that don't know how to get here start thinking of passwords. When they give us a password, we know to leave them out.
Right, that makes sense.
Best security I could think of, you know.
What can you tell me about this Bowick, other than his interest in spices? Does he prefer clientele of a certain disposition?
Okay, I'm Boak.
Yeah,
Alakin is the spice seller.
right. I'm asking you, Bowick, about Alligan's
Yeah.
preferences. Do
Okay.
you know?
He's a drow. He likes flowers. Bring him a nice bouquet of flowers, and he'll let you in the back. Preferably a load of flowers that aren't common around here.
So I'm looking around for Kale to see if he's still here.
No, he left the room.
Bark, are you pulling my chain?
Do you have chains to pull?
Does Allie still have the flowers she picked in the Feywild?
Yes, I think Ali probably does. But Lafcadio, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is
Yeah.
14.
Okay. He rolled an 8 on a sleight of hand check to slip something into your pocket.
I will
So
not.
you'll watch him with a big meaty hand just sliding it into your pocket and then...
As he's holding Nos over his head.
No, he's put her down by now.
I was gonna ask, like, is he just continued?
I would have been like, let's get this guy in the party.
All right. So I guess I'm done with my questions, and I'll wink. And I'll leave, and as I'm leaving, I'll take a look and see what he slid into my pocket.
Okay. It's a little pin, like a lapel pin, that has a small little bouquet of flowers on it. It's got a few little, like roses, daisies, tulips, like a bunch of small little roses, flowers on the pin. Yeah.
Boar! House of Rest. We're in town
that?
one night. One night. House
Okay.
of Rest.
Yep. We're not role-playing that. Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else you would like to do with Buak?
I'll drop my head back in. Whereabouts is this place?
Oh, yeah. South side of the river, on the eastern side, you'll find Kilray's exotic spices. It's fairly popular.
In that Gabonet's place?
Gabernet. Similar sort of area. Can't miss his forge. Constantly ringing. Always making noise.
Thanks, mate. You're Jim.
Right.
Sorry I tried to tackle you.
I'd only need an apology if you've succeeded.
Allie turns to set out, follow Kale.
Kale's already gone. Anyone else doing anything, or are you all leaving Moongleam Tower?
Leaving.
Okay. As you leave, Nos, roll a perception check.
14?
14. Okay. You'll see him standing up out of his chair, straightening his clothes, rubbing his bald head, trying to get... make
Nice.
sure it's all... Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah. Right. And then you all leave. So,
Do you all want to go to the shop with me, or do you?
You're going shopping?
I'm gonna go check out this. Oh right, you weren't there at the beginning of the
I'm in.
conversation. We're gonna. All right, we're gonna go check out this Kilroy place. Do we want to chat about anything beforehand, or do we want to just go there and exchange our items?
I got us rooms. Lady Althea is being escorted by you guys. And you all went to go take a bath.
Is there a
That's a lie.
bathhouse anywhere?
We'll also have to find a bathhouse.
Okay. Great.
I'd be wanting to let my concerns be made here. We going to visit a drow, is we?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to visit a drow?
Yeah. Apparently the fella that runs the spice shop, he's a drow.
Well, me trusting is not too deep here.
Well, then perhaps you should just go to the forge.
But I was thinking that he might be able to answer a couple of me questions.
Oh. Well, then perhaps you should come with us.
If you guys don't feel comfortable talking to Drow, I can do it. I mean, given they're like a third of the people that I spoke to growing up.
Oh, maybe we can tag team.
Good cop, bad cop.
Maybe. Wampum, this fellow was recommended by a hopper, and the hoppers are generally pretty all right on the up and up, as far as I understand. So I think we'll be all right.
That's why I'm not too showing any concern too much here. But just to let you know, I'm sure you're aware of how I feel towards these people.
All right, well, let's. It's good that you brought it up. Let's have a game plan. Business first. We'll take care of all that. We'll get that out of the way. Then, after the business is concluded, we can see if he has any of the information you're looking for. How's that sound?
I'd be agreeing.
Hopefully it doesn't go like the last spice dealer we met. Throwback to episode 1.
You beheaded the last one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That guy.
Nos,
Rightly.
if me temper starts to surface, please redirect me if there's no call for it.
Well, my advice is to keep in mind that there is precedent for an asshole-ish drow.
I've never met one as of yet.
No, we've never met one. Collectively, we have not met one. But they're out there, apparently.
I've
And
met some.
if you were to squash one of them, then that would probably put their reputation and their desire to be good back a ways. So, in fighting evil, we cannot become the evil. You know what I mean?
No, but I follow what you're saying.
It's good enough.
All right,
Okay,
then.
let's go talk to this pointy-eyed gray thing.
All right. So, moving down through the town, you'll cross the bridge over to the other south side of the river. The south side of the town is a little less delicate than the northern side. The buildings are a little less clean, a couple of broken windows as you make your way across. Moving down, you'll see Gabonets just off to the side, and he'll sell you whatever you need. He's got a nice array of different kinds of armor all ready to go. Very popular salesperson, as there are lots of people at his store applying for his goods. Eventually, you'll come to right towards the end of Everland, like up against the wall of the city, and you see a tiny little swinging sign that has a little picture of a cauldron bubbling away, and it is Kilray's House of Spices.
I enter.
I follow.
Stepping through, you are immediately hit by a wave of scents. You can smell a lot of really spicy. It's the only word I can think of. Chilies, cinnamon. You can just about tell different kinds of paprika, all just kind of blending into one. And you look, and the walls are covered in jars of all of these different kinds of ingredients that you would use for various different cookings. So all these little ingredients ready to go. There is in the shop this tiny 15-foot by 15-foot square building. One drow leaning up against the table with his head in his hand. Oh.
Good night.
Afternoon.
Wampum's walking in. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder, kind of halfway firm, just to let him know that he's not alone.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alakin. Greetings.
Mate, we hear you have the best spices in town. And I'm showing very obviously the pin.
Yes, of course. Well, all of my spices are on display here. If you would like to see some of my more exciting products, you're welcome to follow me.
I wink and
He's
I follow him.
Allie
Stands up.
follows Lafcadio.
turns around, and it's just a wooden wall behind him, which he just walks through. It's an illusion
Neat.
that he just steps through. Do any of you... Who is following? Is it everyone?
I'm going.
Everyone's following.
I will follow after casting Detect Magic.
Okay. So, senses go wild. Magic everywhere. Obviously, the wall that he just walked behind has illusion magic on it. You can sense that some of the jars dotted around the room also have magic on them. But those jars actually have forms of evocation magic as you briefly look at them. And then detecting magic, you can detect through the floor as well. So you'll also detect a wave of magic that just kind of blends together. It makes it almost impossible to see what kind through the floor.
Okay. Noted.
All right. So he walks through the wall. Everyone else follows, and you'll see that at the spot that he walked through, there is a tight little corridor. It's no wider than about 3.5 foot, so you just barely squeeze through if you're fairly wide-brimmed individual like Wampum. Squeezing through the corridor immediately drops down some steps into darkness. There are no lights down here. No torches, no candles. Can every one of you see in the dark? Everyone can? Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Cool. Then as you go in, you can see by the dark vision that you have once it sets in, you're in what looks like a large tavern-like situation. At the bottom, there are other people here. You can see bunches of different groups of individuals. There are some drow off to the side, just sat down talking to themselves. And then you look at some of the other individuals that stand out to you. You can see a bugbear sat down playing cards with a goblin. Like an actual goblin, like tiny little thing, not a hobgoblin. You can also see a bunch of other like elven individuals of that sort of ilk that, upon close inspection, you would need to be able to tell what different kinds of races that they are. But he guides you around to the back of the stairs to another desk, another table. At which point he leans on it a little bit more sure of himself. So, what is it I can do for you?
You guys got this?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna bolt off towards the table where the bugbear and the goblin are playing cards.
Okay. You'll notice that because there's no light in here and everything is just simply shades of grey, the cards that they're playing with are actually indented like braille cards, because you have to be able to see the difference in height. You can't just play with the normal cards. But yeah, you'll play with them. What's everyone else doing?
Allie goes with Lafcadio.
Yep.
Well, it's maybe it's something that we can do for you, mate. We've recently come into possession of some interesting items, and I ask Kale if I can reach into his bag, which is where I assume we're keeping everything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, so I pull out the staff of defense. I say, Check out this beauty. This glass staff seems like a very rare specimen to me. It grants the ability of the wielder to increase his defenses, rendering him nigh untouchable.
Do you mind if I identify this item?
I'd expect no less.
You'll see he reaches behind himself, puts on a ring of identification, and then identifies the staff. Rolling it over in his hands. Very good. Balanced well. Yes. Are you looking to sell for gold or trade for alternative items?
Well, I guess it depends on what you have to offer. But before you go running back there, I also want to show you this. And he'll pull out a glaive. I was like, check out this lovely lady. It is quite a bite to it. And I should know. And I let him identify it if he so wishes.
So it does the same thing. Supper. Nice. Okay. Yes. Okay. These are good items. I can find a buyer for these. No problem. It should be fine. What I can do for you is, if you wish to have the gold, just flat out, I can give you 4,000 gold pieces for the staff and 400 gold for the glaive. But if you're looking to trade and purchase other things, I'm willing to bump those up. I will give you 6,000 worth of trade and 600 worth of for the other one. So 6,600 gold worth of trade, or 4,400 gold, and we are done.
Well, let's see what you have.
Okay. He invites you, one of you, to follow him. Just off to the side of his table, so that you can look into a little cubby hole that he has behind. It's a hidden location. He doesn't allow you to go into it, but he allows you to look at what he has. Options. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Gauntlets of Ogre Power. A +1 dagger. A Wand of Magic Missile. A +1 glaive. Periapt of Wound Closure. Boots of Elven Kind. Braces of Defense. And a Dagger of Venom. And he'll explain what those things are to you briefly. I'm going to just post this into our personal chat so you guys can see the list again. So, what are you looking for? What can I interest you in today?
Well, we're going to confer.
Okay.
So, pardon. Mates, I'd be keen on those boots of Elven Kind.
What else did he have in there?
Oh, that's right. Only I saw. He had a dagger of venom, braces of defense, a periapt of wound closure, a glaive, +1, and a wand of magic missiles, a dagger +1, and gauntlets of ogre power.
I'd be interested in the dagger. For obvious reasons.
I'm sure Nos would like the glaive.
I think Nos already has a glaive.
Was the one
There was a glaive +1.
Oh, Nos is playing cards. She's not in this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's
what do we
the,
want? What do we want?
What do we want?
We'll chat with Nelson in a
What's
second.
the what's the magics on them bracers?
It lets people have increased defenses if they're unarmored.
Ah,
It'd be something for Nos also.
I believe so.
I mean, I could use them as well, but if I'm doing my job, I'm way out of the line of fire. So,
Well, I
like-
would care for the dagger, and I can, if we need to sell another magic item to him, you can take the amulet that I have, since Kale already can cast that.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. I'd be partial to the periapt. That would be extremely helpful for me.
Should I ask him about like diamonds and potions and that sort of thing?
If we could, yes. I mean, I prefer you guys get the things that you want because I feel like we've spent a lot of money on me.
Well, there was one item. I remember that when we were discussing going to the Shadowfell, you indicated interest in an item that we were directed to the hopples to procure.
Yes.
What was that?
There's a sunburst pendant, so I can cast a spell that I think would be very potent in the Shadowfell.
All right. Well, I'll ask about that.
Sure.
Wampum, is there anything on this list that you'd be interested in?
No, I think I'd be heading back to Gabernet's over there and see if he has something better for me arm.
All right. Then I'll just pop over to Nos and see how she's faring with her cards.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
pardon me, Kilroy.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Nos, you go over, you see this tiny little goblin. Big
My
bugbear.
people! Hey!
Hey. Sup?
What kind of swill they got to drink around here?
It's not bad. It'll make you glow, though.
That sounds interesting. I'll take one.
All right.
What are we
So,
playing?
A drink will be set down. Sit. Just a nice, friendly game. Nothing too nefarious. I've put up my shield. Little fella here, he's put up 500 gold. If you want to put something into the pot, you might win. You could.
High stakes.
take
Who all is playing? Is it the whole
Yes.
room or is it just us?
That's just me and Tiny here.
Let's do this.
All right, what you putting down, little lady?
500 is the inn, right?
All right.
Sounds about
500
right for a
it
shield.
is. Yep.
Good
And the
shield.
shield he has looks really nice. Looks worth 500 gold.
All right. I'm going to be actively watching out for cheating here.
Okay. All right, then what we're going to do actually is we're going to play a quick game. I don't know if we've done this on here. Have you ever played blackjack before?
Yeah. I'm no good at it though. Nos is better.
We're going to do exactly the same thing, but with d10s instead of cards from 1 to 10.
All right.
Okay? So go ahead and roll 2d10. You got to beat me, the house, and you win. Okay, so you got 9. You're going to hit.
I'm gonna hit.
All right, roll another d10. Ooh, 17. Gonna hit or stay?
Now blackjack goes to 21, so we're just going to 10 here.
20.
21 with cards from 1 to 10. Like,
So it's like blackjack with no aces.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
So I'm at 17.
So you're at 17 in total out of 21. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So you staying, or are you going to go?
This is a very difficult question here.
Should she stay?
I-
Should she go?
Am going to clutch my pendant and say, it's all or nothing. Do it one more time. And I gotta get a 4 or below.
Yes, you do.
Come on, 1. No! Bishama, you bitch!
Unfortunately, as you bust, he laughs. He then plays with the 2 others. Well, it's him and one other. Why is that?
I gotta see this play out, because if nobody got
Absolutely.
anything higher than a 17, then I'm gonna be mad.
So this is Tiny. He rolls 10 to start with. 13. 16. He goes for one more. 23. Tiny busts. If the big guy busts, then
Do it again.
we do it again.
Yes!
I know this isn't actually how a real card game would work. It's just a quick and easy way of actually playing something out. Okay. The bugbear gets 7. 9. 17.
What's he gonna do?
He would. Let me
And
roll.
all or nothing. We're all or nothing.
Yeah, he's going to try it again. Bus over. Let's go one more time.
Yay.
One more chance.
One more chance.
All right, now. Okay, so you rolled 5. We'll roll the 2d10 for the other 2 right now, so you can see the starting hands.
Good.
12 and 14. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna hit.
So, 14,
Keep going.
21.
Stay.
Stay.
Just
Tiny. 12, 15, 20. He stays at that point. Bugbear at 14. He rolls. 22. Busts immediately. Nos wins an additional 500 gold
thank you, boy.
and a shield.
That was a good game, though. Can I buy you a round?
I should hope you'll buy more than that. 1 or 2. Come on. All right. But what you get from this is just, there's a lot of people that would typically be considered nefarious individuals down here in this tavern, and they're all here to have a good time. They don't mind that you've just taken a 500 gold from him and a sentinel shield. They don't mind at all.
Yeah, it's the same. On my, if I lost, I'd be the same. So these are my people. These people are from the hood.
All right.
Wampum will walk over to the 2 drow that we passed that coming into here.
Hello. How are you today, sir?
I'd be okay.
Good.
Would you mind me asking you a couple questions?
But of course, if you are here, then you are a friend.
Sabi. So, have you heard much from your kin from Luskin?
Oh, we are not from Laskin ourselves.
Okay.
My companion and I, we are of the house Melat. We hail from these parts. There is a clan of drow that stay just east of the High Forest. That is where we are. Aye.
I just been wondering. Me kin ran into some trouble with assassination drows. You see,
Oh no.
and days from out of Luskin.
Oh, that is not good. I'm so sorry, my friend.
But I was just wondering if you may have heard any any communication through the underdark vines, let's say.
About assassinations of who?
Well, it be for the Marabar dwarves, you see. They assassinated me pa and me uncles, you see.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, let's see. That would be +4 to that. Total of a 9.
I don't know right now of any assassinations of dwarfs that were planned, but I am willing to perhaps keep an ear out. Should I hear anything, and I'm assuming you would like to know. Yes?
I would.
Well, of course. A friend of Alakin's is a friend of all of ours.
I'll give them 50 gold.
Ah, no, please. Pay once the information has been reached to you.
All right. I do appreciate your time, you see.
We are friends.
Can I at least buy you around since I interrupted you?
Of course.
And I'll just...
And immediately drinks will come over, and the nice, big, frothy drinks down here. All right. As this is going on, as our players are still trying to decide what they're going to buy from Alakin, we're going to take a quick 15-minute break. So, see you all in 15 minutes once we've had a bit of a bio break. See you then. Bye. And welcome back, everyone, after such a short little break. Thank you so much for sticking with us. All right. We rejoin the party as they're down underneath the dark, hidden tavern below the city of Everland, inside Alakin's shop. The party have received a list of items that they may be able to purchase, and they have presented some items that they might want to trade. So, what would you like to get, my friends?
Allie leans over to Lafcadio. Should we try to cut down his prices?
Well, he seems to be shooting us pretty fair. I don't want to wear on his hospitality.
All right. Keep doing the talking. You're doing great.
Can I channel divinity this guy? Read his mind?
Read his mind?
Yeah.
Didn't you read the mind of someone earlier today?
I did. I can do it 2 times for a short rest.
Okay. Then you can read his mind. Well, actually, no. You try and you can't.
It's okay. Shit.
So,
Allie, I think Nos is sizing up those braces of defense. Do you want to upload your necklace?
What do I get in return?
Nos's gratitude.
Does that keep me alive in a fight?
It might.
Allie takes off her skull necklace, stares at it wistfully, and then hands it over.
Thanks, mate.
Just know one day there's going to be something I really want.
Am I here now since I'm sizing stuff up?
yeah, most likely, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is called an investment. It is so that all of us stay alive. Same thing that I've given extended to you and Kale, mostly.
So you hand over the item to Alakin, who again identifies the item. Very well, very well. Same as the weapon. 600 to trade.
Right. Well, then I think we'll be trading. We'll take the braces, the boots of Elvenkind, periaptive wound closure, and the dagger +1.
Okay. So he will take your items first, place them in the back. Hang on a second. There's a little difference in the prices here.
Oh, right.
How will you cover the rest?
And I take the collection that we discussed. Well, there was a 15-minute break, and I hand those gold pieces over.
And he counts them very quickly with practiced finesse. Perfect. Okay. Now he will bring out the items for you. And you now have braces of defense. Who's taking those?
Me.
Mouse. Boots of Elven Kind. Who's getting those? Off cardio. Periaptive wound closure. It's going up there. And the dagger +1, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, my dwarven friend.
Aye.
It looks like you're left without.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
not.
Taffy,
I actually won something out there. I don't know who it's going to yet, but it's this. Holds up the shield.
oh, that beat me pretty, girl.
Yeah, I know, right? The inn was 500 gold, so you know it's at least that much.
Wow.
Good score. Benji was holding on to that for a while.
Servant of Timora, we get perks.
Do you know what it is? Would
Do you?
like some help?
Does it cost? Like, I'll take it if you're offering, but I'm not gonna pay for it. If you do it out of the kindness of your heart, huh?
Yeah. Finish your sentence.
If you do it out of the kindness of your heart, it'll speak well for your kind.
I like you. You have provided me with some interesting items and some coin, so I'll happily do so. This, and he'll use another, like he's got like 4 or 5 different rings of identification that he keeps switching out because he's running out of charges. This is a sentinel shield, so while holding the shield, you'll have advantage on the initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. Yeah.
Mm.
So, don't know if you wield shields, but it's not.
Well, I do be wielding this dented one right here.
And Kale, if you get the periapt, are you good with him getting the shield?
Yeah, sure. That's fine. He's out there needing the shields more than me.
Sure.
Good. Then a whole crew of happy customers. I like to see that. You guys are welcome back at my store anytime. Enjoy your stay in the tavern. And he will close off the back section where all of the extra items are kept.
I like what you're doing here. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Sir,
I can tell that your lion friend here really wants to talk to me. So what is... who is talking to me first?
go ahead.
Alkin, mate, I was wondering, there's an item that we were going to go out of our way to procure, but maybe you have it in stock that it didn't emanate magiciness, so maybe you didn't show it to us. It's called a pendant of sunbursts.
Okay. A sunburst pendant is, to my understanding, sunburst pendant is just a style of pendant. You're looking for buying one of these pendants?
Kyle,
Yes.
mate? Yep.
Yes.
The spell in question, does it have a value associated with it?
Yeah, it's like 150 gold. Let me double check. Where's Where the hell? Oh, it's 100. It's 100 gold.
100. Yeah. Okay. I have a few. I have some friends that travel in the dark quite a lot and needs these little items. So I have a couple, if you would like.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll put down 200 for the pendants.
How
Okay,
many are
just-
you buying?
I just need just the one. That's very generous of you, Waffle. But just one.
Well, he says one, so I guess we're buying one.
All right.
You can
So-
buy one for yourself if you want, or as a gift. I mean, I only require one for the spell.
He will only charge you 100 gold for the one.
Okay.
So if you want to force an extra 100 down his throat, he's not going to stop you. But business-wise, it's only 100 for one.
What kind of healing potions that you do you have in here?
My friend, I'm afraid I have many items and potions, but none that actually heal people. Yeah. Kind of the opposite, I'm afraid. If
You have
you want
poisons?
to kill people, I have plenty of poisons to go. But
Allie
unfortunately,
leans in
Oh.
excitedly.
yes,
So, tell me more about them.
I have poisons.
What
You can buy
kinds? What
poisons, you
ingredients?
can kill people. Well, what kind of an individual are you? What are you going to do with the poisons?
Well, something that blinds someone might be nice. Preferably non-ingested.
Something that blinds people. Let me look at what I have. I have a whole lot of poisons, but I don't think I have any that blind people. No, I'm afraid I don't. I have lots that poison people.
Well, I guess I don't need those. But what would a vial of troll venom or troll bile be worth to you? Collected directly from a troll.
And what can I do with the troll bile?
Well, it's highly acidic and poisonous.
It's acidic. Like
Mhm.
how? Like melt me instantly acidic or little salty?
A little salty.
No, it'll rip a hole right through you. Trust me.
I'm afraid I don't know who would buy troll bile. It would be a difficult time for me to be able to sell it.
Then I would not put that burden upon you. I'll keep it.
Very well, very well.
But how much are your spices? Do you have any really spicy ones?
I have the spiciest spices in all spicendom.
How much per pound?
2 copper per pound.
I'll buy 5 pounds.
Okay, you 10 copper, 1 copper piece.
Allie tosses the 10 copper over.
Okay, I'll get you the spices when we leave. They're upstairs, obviously.
Of course.
So, anything else?
Thank you for this experience.
You are welcome here anytime. Anytime. Don't be strangers. And then he'll nod. You guys can stay inside the tavern. You can enjoy a couple drinks as much as you want. He returns back upstairs to actually man the shop. At which point he gives you the 10 bits of. Oh no, you wanted 5. It doesn't really matter. However much pounds worth of spices you want to get.
5 pounds of the spiciest.
Okay. Then, anything else for you guys on this evening? The time is moving on and the night is drawing in.
To the blacksmith?
Okay. So, Moving over the street, round the corner, and down the alley, you'll see the blacksmith, Goobernuts, Gabbernuts. Sorry, not Goober, Gabbernuts. Gabbernuts. Big human male, dark skin. His hair is tied back in a very tight little ponytail. This fellow is just pounding away at some metal that he's currently working on. A couple of individuals are now starting to move away. It's getting late, and you can see he's almost finishing the work on a particular blade that he's been working on as you approach. Hello there, friend.
Hi, how ye?
You look like a man that likes good armor.
I be?
Good. I have the best armor ever.
So what can ye be doing to upgrade me wearings here?
Well, what you got right there is very good, but I can make it better. Have you thought about putting a spike on the front?
Where do you want this spike to be?
The front,
Like you put it on your chest, and so when you run in, it's one thing to kill people with your weapons, but to kill someone with your armor, that's good, man. That's good. Would you like some spiked armor, friend?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
How much time we be talking?
If
How
you would,
fast can you do it?
if you're willing to give me the armor, I can spike it in a day. How many spikes would you like? Where would you like them?
He thinks about it for a minute. Well, maybe one in the chest, two on my shoulders.
What is it? Okay. How about if you're wearing big full plate armor, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Would you like some on your boots?
Sure.
Okay, we throw in the spikes on the boots.
And how much is this to be running me? You see?
You give me the armor. Making it spiked isn't going to cost me too much. 100 gold.
We can do this.
Okay. Then give me the armor.
He starts unwrapping everything.
Come back by sundown tomorrow. I have it all finished for you then.
Okay.
Good.
Then,
yes.
didn't we have something to give to him?
Oh, yeah. We have that plate armor as well as the leather armor from before. Or maybe it was hide. Nope, leather armor.
Yep, I hold open the bag of holding and I just ask someone stronger than me to pull out the plate armor.
Piece by piece, you pull out. You can't just pull out once and then the whole thing comes out. Piece by piece. Looks like you have lots of armor. Are you looking to sell, or do you want all of this?
We wanted to sell it. I suppose if we could put it towards the cost of adding spikes to the dwarven gentleman's armor, that would be preferable.
Yeah, it's very good. Okay. I can definitely do something with this armor, but the symbols on it have to go.
That's fine. I don't care what you do.
I have to burn them off. Okay.
You have to burn them off? Wait.
Do you know anything about the symbols?
No. Some
Okay.
person wanted to decorate the armor. I don't care.
All right.
Called
Do you...
etching, Kale.
Right. Yes. I'll write that down. Etching. Thank you. Do you have anything else interesting for sale? As long as we're here, do you do anything besides add spikes to things?
I can craft you any armor that you can think of.
I mean, do you have anything
craft
Maybe.
armor for you. I can craft armor for your pets, your horses, your lion friend, anyone.
Only metal, or do you do leather?
I can work in leather. I often work. My favorite things to work in is scale. I do some pretty good scale armor.
Do you have any good scales? Got any like dragon scales maybe? Yeah.
Oh, you in the market? Okay.
Yeah.
I have some. I want to say draconic scale.
Mhm.
Not big pieces like a dragon, but smaller.
What? So it's like a dragon but smaller.
Well, made out of a smaller dragon, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color are the scales?
Multicolored.
Multicolored?
One second. And he's just finishing off the sword. He sticks it in the squelch. I don't know what's the name of the fort. He puts it in the water trough and then steps into his shop for a moment. Comes out with a dazzling rainbow set of dragon scale armor. Each piece placed to create the rainbow effect.
And this is real dragon scale
Real
stuff?
dragon scale.
I'm gonna
My
insight
friend.
check this guy.
Go ahead and insight check him.
Oh crap! Hold on, everybody. I can do this. That's 21.
It looks real. It really does look. Honestly, looks real.
Okay. Interesting. Where did you come across all of these different colors of dragon scales? It's my understanding that each dragon only possesses one color on its body all the time at the time.
It's true, man. It's true, yes. But a couple years back, there was a bit of I was gonna say a bit of trouble with the dragons. Lots of dragons attacking lots of people. It was nasty. I met a group of individuals who had killed a lot of dragons. They sold me the scales. I didn't really have much to do with them, so I made dragon scale mail.
Damn. That's pretty cool.
It is, but it's been sitting in my shop for years now.
Well, I'm sure it's very expensive.
Mm-hmm. Very rare. Very rare.
How expensive are we talking?
He's gonna look at you. It is a very rare item. So let me just double check. Oh, someone mentioned expensive armor and she ran. Ali was disconnected. Good. Okay. 1d4. Let me roll a d4. Okay. 70,000 gold pieces. My friend.
Good to know.
Yep.
Do you by chance work with any rare metals instead of just scales, like mithril or adamantine?
I can. I don't. Well, I have some, but it would have to be custom made for you.
Okay. I mean, how much do you have? Would you have enough to make, say, a full suit of plate armor, or is it more like you just have enough for maybe, I don't know, a breastplate?
I have enough for half plate. So
Okay.
either breastplate or half plate, I'm afraid. I can't do a full set of mithril plate armor. That's a lot.
And what about adamantine?
I don't have adamantine.
Don't. Okay.
Would you be able to coat leather armor with mithril?
What would be the purpose of that?
To make it stronger?
It wouldn't work like that, friend. Mithril is a material that you make the armor out of. Just putting it on top of armor it just wouldn't work.
So you couldn't do like chain link on the inside of leather armor?
I could give you a chain shirt that is made out of mithril. That might fit underneath your leather armor, but I doubt it. Mechanically speaking.
All right. I was just asking out of curiosity. I didn't mean to hold everyone up. The whole party is all here standing around. I'm sure this was more interesting for some of you than it was for others, Wampum. So, I thank you for your time. I have no further questions.
I'll see you all tomorrow, right?
Maybe not all of us, but sure. Yeah. You'll see someone.
Okay.
And do you know where we could find a bath?
Oh, yeah. Good question.
A bath?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is a river. You could go and jump in the river. I don't know of a bath house. Some people might have baths that they could sell. I have my own bath, but I don't know you enough to give you my bath.
That's okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys going back to the hotel? Back to the house of rest?
Yep.
I got a date.
Okay. He'll be there with a flower in his mouth waiting for you. No, I'm kidding. All right. Cool. So, during the evening, you guys have your own rooms that you'll be staying in. Now, being that you're in your own rooms, that kind of means that there will be most of the night where you won't be able to keep watches between. But you're inside a place, a nice location. Shouldn't have too much of a problem, right?
Can I order a hot bath?
You can order a hot bath. Though, actually, that's a good point. When you return, when you go to the House of Rest, Allie.
Yep.
Your disguise is still inside the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. So I sneak around, fly back up to the window.
Okay. Stealth check.
All right. Gotta pull it back up. That would be a 22 total.
Okay. This is a nice establishment, so they do have some guard there. As you fly up towards the window, you'll hear, "Hey! Get down!"
Allie flutters down, and she goes, "Don't worry, I have the key to the room. I'm just going through the window so that I can beat my friends up there."
Why?
She goes, "I want to be there for when my significant other gets in the room, of course."
Roll a deception check.
All right.
He rolled a 22. Just FYI.
That's okay, because I rolled a 16 plus 8, so 24.
Just seeing Nos going crazy off in the corner. All right. Okay. Just try to use the stairs next time.
Of course.
For all we know, you could have stolen the key from someone, and, well, if you'd stolen the key from someone, why would you want to use the window anyway? I mean...
Then I would just walk in, right?
This just doesn't make... Okay, go on.
Allie tips him a gold for his time.
Right.
And up she goes.
Okay, so you'll jump in, get changed, come out, and then invite the party in.
Sure.
Okay. The woman at the desk looks down on everyone that might be a little bit dirty, which I'm assuming is...
Everybody.
A few of you. But because you're being escorted by the lady, she doesn't say anything. You have paid for the rooms for the night. A bath will be provided of warm water. And okay. So the night will go on. You guys will gain the benefits of a full, long rest. And wake up bright and early in the morning. Breakfast is provided. It is a delicate array of fruit. That's all they have for breakfast is fruit and juice, freshly squeezed.
So fruit and more fruit.
Fruit and more fruit, and so much fruit.
It's just-
Maybe the odd piece of bread, but mostly fruit.
Okay. I perform my usual morning ritual of aid on the same 3 people in Death Ward and keeping my hood up. And my hood, from now on, just assume at all times that it's up unless I specify otherwise.
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay.
So. Oh. Yeah, so what would you like to do bright and early in the morning?
So what be the plans for the day?
Well, we need to get your armor.
That's not till tonight.
Oh, we could go souvenir shopping.
You can go souvenir shopping.
We could look for if there's a bounty board or anything like that.
That might be interesting.
Or we could go to every bar in town and drink.
I like both those.
We can see how far Allie will make it.
Oh, you know what? Allie, would you be up for sparring?
I don't know if I'd be any good at fighting. Or sparring.
I've seen you. You're very fast.
Well, I mean, anyone's fast with a crossbow.
All right, well, if you don't want to, it's fine.
No, I'd be happy to. Just take it easy on me. Should I roll a bluff check for that?
You can do if you want to, but
Yeah, Allie's definitely bluffing.
how many members of the party, just out of curiosity, while all this conversation is happening, how many members of the party have a passive perception of 15 or higher?
I do.
I do.
Okay, so the 3 of you watch as a huge orc sneaks out of the inn in the morning during breakfast. That you
Button your
recognize.
pants.
So my deception was a 26 total.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, are we going to talk about the gentleman who just left?
What gentleman? Where?
The
He's gone.
the orc?
Sneaky fellow.
What did it look like? Besides being an orc, I guess there's really. Have we seen any other orcs in this place? Okay, there's
Allie.
probably only one.
Okay.
Yeah, you might
Allie
have
is-
seen an orc down inside the tavern in Alikin's tavern.
Okay, Allie's going to immediately get up and start following, or attempt to tail the. orc.
That was
Allie.
Allie. That was,
Allie.
Hmm?
No.
that's probably mine.
Oh, my bad.
Honest mistake.
I don't know. So, what are you doing today? I mean, you've got a day to kill and a world that's ending around you. So,
I'm gonna ask Kale how his night was.
Kale looks up from his book of his Gnomish to Common Dictionary that he's been studying in his downtime, and says, "Fine. How was yours?"
It was all right.
Yeah. Did
So-
you do anything special?
The usual.
What does that mean for you?
Well, I did some praying. I wrote some letters. I put them in my backpack.
Who'd you pray to?
A lady never reveals that information, Kale.
Hey, Nos,
What up?
did you pray to anybody at any point in time yesterday?
Timora always in the mornings.
Kale just points.
I look very confused.
Allie lets out a long sigh and goes, well, if you must know, I prayed to Timora as well.
Okay. Fair enough. What'd you pray for? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but...
Just the usual.
Okay. That's very non-specific. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I won't pry further, no matter how much I want to.
Well, I respect.
What do you want to do? What are you doing? What are your plans for the day today?
Well, I was wondering if maybe you would like to go join me and look for some souvenirs or maybe a bookstore?
Yes. That sounds good.
And maybe some food that's not fruit.
Do you not like fruit? What's wrong with fruit? What kind of fruit is it, by the way, out of character?
Strawberries, bananas. Would you like me to start just listing off types of fruit?
I mean, yes.
There's nothing truly exotic.
Okay.
There's a bushel of grapes. There's some blueberries, raspberries. I could go on, but
where'd they get the bananas from? I would like to ask whoever is doling out food where the bananas came from. Get it?
It came from
I got it.
Far away.
Okay.
They don't know where it's imported from, only that they get a fresh shipment regularly.
That's weird that they don't know, but okay.
I mean, I don't mind fruit. It's just we don't really have a lot in the Underdark, so
You don't particularly have a taste for it?
it's sweet, but lots of things that are sweet are usually laced with poison.
I imagine that makes sense. It would mask the flavor probably very well. And Kel looked down at his plate of like a bunch of fruit skins, and he'll just shake for a second. He'll be like, "All right, yes, sure, we can go look at a bookstore and other things today. That's fine. I'll go with you."
I really want to spar with one of you guys and hone in on that knowledge of what you can do. Does anyone want to take me up on this?
I'll fight you.
Let's do it. Let's go outside of town, find some nice big patch of land, start 50 feet apart. Is that good with you?
Sure.
I'm gonna go watch.
Okay. Are there any rules to your combat?
My preference is go till we drop.
That's
Hold
why I'm
nothing
going to
back.
watch.
I need to know exactly what you can do.
Okay. So if you two are going to start fighting till you drop, would you like to play out the battle, or would you like to assume one of you drops?
I think that should be DM call.
What I'm wondering is whether or not I should be tempted to have something come in after one of you falls. Is what I'm. Are you gonna set up some sort of precautions to make sure that while you're training, nothing else comes in?
We have a
Is that
wampum.
You have a wampum. Okay, cool. That's. I think that's up to you if you two want to spar together. We could maybe sum up an entire battle by 2 or 3 rounds, if you wanted.
I defer to you, Nos the Red.
I mean, yeah, I guess if we don't want to drop, we can set up a time limit. You feel like going down today? Because I will take you out. With love.
Bring it.
Okay. So while they're fighting, Kale and Ali, You're off shopping again, is that? Did I hear right?
Yeah, we're checking out a bookstore.
Mhm.
On the way to the bookstore, you will pass by a certain individual that is obviously desperately looking for help. A young man, male elven descent, running around just begging people to help with something. He's just, please, can you help? And people are just walking past him, ignoring him.
What kind of elf?
Yeah. I
You
approach
get
him.
close enough to tell. I mean,
Yeah.
white skin.
Okay.
What's the problem?
We've my house is haunted.
Haunted?
Yes, I need someone to help.
Well, you came to the right people.
Haunted how?
All night I hear voices, screams. It's horrifying. I've had priests come in and they can't see anything, but it's honestly every night.
It's only at night?
Only at night.
And it's just, you just hear screaming.
Uh-huh. Please.
Okay.
No one believes me.
And where's your house? Can you give us detailed directions how to get there so we can stop by there before tonight?
I can show you if you come. Follow me, please.
Sure.
Sure.
He starts racing down the street to his house. It's a small little two-story building, brickwork, quite old, little rundown. He runs straight in the front door. Yeah, Ali?
I'm going to ask Kale to send a message to the rest of our party as to where we are.
Sure. I send, what's his face? Wampum. The hell's that guy's name? Say, helping solve, haunted house mystery. And then in the city did you say it was? Like in the south end of the city or something?
Southwestern side, yeah.
Southwestern side of city, 2-story brick building. Cool.
Are there any signs near us, like street signs?
There's not. Well, yes, but I'm not going to name generate a street right now. But you can give Wampum a good, clear understanding of where you are. I'll say that much.
Okay.
Okay.
I do that.
Watching halfway decent fight, laughing my ass off. Be there when Nos picks him up.
Okay.
All right, Ellie, they're having a good time, so no need to worry.
That's good.
So while you guys are investigating the haunted house, we do have a fight to attend to. So everyone should see themselves. You said you wanted to be 50 foot away from one another?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
There you go. So 50 foot away from each other as you position yourselves. Now, would you have gone outside the town? Like, what's the kind of setting? I know Wampum is watching you, but as I said, what are the precautions that you would be taking?
Outside the town, open field. I'll let the guards know on our way out. We're just going to go spar right over there, so no need to intervene.
Okay, so if you're telling the guards, a couple of the guards, by comparing the two of you, I mean, you got a lion and a hobgoblin. That's something to watch. So actually, Wampum, you start seeing a group of guards coming to watch the fight that's happening.
What's the wagers?
One of the, are you asking them or the?
Yeah,
the
I'm asking the guards.
Okay.
What's the wagers?
I got 10 gold on the lion. And then someone says, I'll take that bet. Because they think Nos is going to win. If you're going to act as like a bookie or whatnot, there are some people that are going to bet on Nos, some that are betting on Ali. One person bets that something's going to go wrong and both of them are going to fall at the same time. But because they're betting amongst themselves, the question is more a case of, Wampum, who are you betting on? The only way for you to win a bet here is if you make one.
I'll bet 5 gold that Nas knocks him down in the first round.
Okay. Someone takes that bet from you. All right, let's see which out of the two of you goes first. Roll for initiative. The clouds, by the way, that had come in to overset continue to kind of give a dim light around the city throughout the day. It's not going to storm like you were worried about being around Teleras, but he has broken the weather effectively, so it still feels the effects. All right, so it looks like Nos is just that little bit quicker on the draw. Wampum goes 1, 2, 3, shoot, and Nos, what are you
No
doing?
holding back, right?
Right.
I rage.
Okay.
And then I will travel my full 40 feet and attack.
Fair enough.
13.
Miss.
Ooh, 11.
Miss.
Action surge.
That's not an 11. That's a natural 1. Just FYI.
Well, it's 11 with my modifiers.
I know, but yeah. Anyways,
It is, but it isn't.
yes.
13. Oh, wow.
Miss.
Timora really doesn't like this right now.
Wampum is reaching into his purse and pulling out the 5 gold.
16.
Miss.
All right. All of those missed. You quick little kitty.
So Wampum will put his head down and hold out the 5 gold.
Fight's not over, old man.
And the guard takes it. Yes. All right. Is that it for you, Nos?
Yeah.
All right. Lafcadio.
So I'll start with a hex and give her disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
And then, just do that real quick. And then I will throw my net. 30.
All right. That is normal now since I'm raged.
Well,
Oh, is it not 20? But it was a 29. What does that mean?
Nothing yet. It's not your turn.
Oh,
The 30 is the hit.
right. My bad.
And I will...
So you are now restrained by the net, by the way. Okay.
So I will now take a step back. I will run 60 feet away, but there's not 60 feet of movement, so
Okay.
I'm backing up.
So, well, I can quickly make 60 foot of movement.
Thank you.
There you go. I think I've give 60 foot. Yeah, you got 60 foot now. Okay.
All right.
Yep. Now, Nos, you can roll an attack of opportunity, can't you?
Yep.
But you'll be at disadvantage because you're restrained, if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I still wish.
Okay.
22. Wait, yeah, 22.
Hit.
All right, so that's 14 on top of Divine Fury because it's the first hit that I mated this this round. So it's on top of 8, so 22.
Got it.
Okay. Divine Fury wouldn't work. While you're raging the first creature you hit on each of your turns.
Ah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
fine print.
Sorry.
Them's the rules.
So then it is Nos's turn. So Nos.
I don't have to. Do I have to break out of the net in order to run?
You do, because you're restrained. You're not going to be. You don't. You're grappled and restrained. You have a 0 movement. So
All right, let's do it.
now, because you are hexed, you have disadvantage on the athletics check necessary to break out of the net.
But I have advantage from my rage, which
Just
means
raging,
it's...
so it's first.
Yes.
So athletics,
15?
tear out of it.
Okay, then I'm going to run for him.
Okay.
And I get... there, and then I'm going to chuck a javelin at him.
Okay, it would have been your action to try and get out of the.
Oh, you sneaky cat! You sneaky cat! All right, so be it.
Okay. Not Lafcadio.
All right. Well, then I'll take 3 shots with my crossbow. And it's like that I'm going to move back again.
Just in case.
All right. 16.
Okay.
Does not hit.
15.
Nope.
17.
No.
This is the most amazing fight ever.
Bracers.
All right. I needed to make a Constitution check for that. For the hit to maintain my hex.
Yes.
I maintained it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I will move 30 feet back.
Okay. By this point, I'm thinking Wampum and all the guards are now running sideways to try and keep up with the battle that's going on. Okay. You're now moving around Everland. At some point, there's going to be a river that you won't be able to run across. All right. Nos.
Okay, so I'm actually going to... I think the only way that I'm going to get the slippery cat is if I get within melee range and take an opportunity attack on him. So I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to use a dash action and get right next to him.
Okay. I feel like a typewriter. Okay, then you dash up to it. Anything else from you, Nos?
Nope.
Okay. Now. Okay.
Wait. I have a bonus action half attack.
Only if you use your action to make
That's
an
right.
attack.
That's right. You are a good
Okay.
DM.
No problem. Also, you'll probably be annoyed by this. If you end your turn without having made an attack or having taken damage since your last attack, you lose your rage.
Okay. So be it.
You end your turn, you'll lose your rage. Okay. Lafcadio.
I'll throw another net. 22.
Yep.
Oh my god,
What
you're
I have to
infuriating
deal
to fight against.
All right, and then I'll take a shot with my crossbow.
Does the 22 hit you, Nos?
Yeah, finally.
Okay.
All right, so that's 6 piercing and 6 necrotic.
Okay. Because she's restrained again because of the net. Anything else left, Cardio?
I'll stay where I am.
Ooh, confident. Well, he wants to use the feline agility next turn. So, Nos.
So I'm feeling pretty good about the aspect of raging again, since we're just going to be hanging out in the city. So I'll do
Okay.
that.
Right. So bonus action to rage. You're still inside the net. What are you going to do?
Okay, if I'm restrained, can I still attack him, but it's at disadvantage?
Correct.
Okay, let's do that. There's a 16.
Miss.
And then a 22.
Hit.
And it's my turn.
Yes,
My
it is your-
story.
And you've just raged. So,
So that's 11 slashing on top of 6 radiant.
yep. Anything else? Nos.
That's all I can do.
Okay.
All right, I'll. Oh wait, I need to make a con save. You are no longer hexed. All right, I will.
Run away.
I will.
Away.
I will hex you again,
Rude.
and then hit you with a crossbow. A 21.
That hits.
It's 12 damage. Well, 9 piercing, halved, and 3 necrotic.
Okay.
Anything else, Lafcadio?
Yes, I will run 60 feet away.
Just to give you the space.
Is it there?
All right. Yeah, it was one more. There we go. Nos,
This is ridiculous. This is not a fight. This is not a proper fight.
after all, you were talking about positioning and running to the target.
No, it's great when you're actually fighting foes, but when you're fighting each other and there's like a crowd gathering, we're like way off in the distance at this point, and I'm just running after him with a net over my head,
Well, you can't.
angrily.
So, what are you going to do? You're restrained. And hexed.
Yeah, the hex doesn't bother me at all. I'll break out of the restraint.
Athletics check.
I will break out of this restraint. No, 14.
Well, you're still raging, so
Yeah, so 19.
19. All right, no longer restrained.
I'm ripping up all your nets,
by the
man.
way?
This is a terrible use of economy.
Nos, what weapons do you use?
Javelins and glaive primarily.
A glaive that deals slashing damage, right?
Oh yeah.
If you attack the net, you can destroy the net as part of an attack. Then with the multi-attack feature, you could then keep attacking.
I'm learning.
From
Okay, well, that still happened. So I will move 40 feet again. Now
So
will
I'd guess
hit-
by this point you're getting tired. Okay, this breaking out of the net like this is causing me problems. Let me see next time if I can, because there'll be a next time.
I know he only has one net left, too.
Right, so as you run to there, Lafcadio, what are you going to do?
All right, I'm gonna step up,
Step up.
Oh, move that way.
and I'll use my whip twice. 27 and
One.
natural 1. So that's
27 hits and hurts.
9 slashing, 3 necrotic. And then I'll bonus action hand crossbow. 17.
Does not hit.
All right. Well, then I will prepare myself to be injured.
Nos.
Good call. I'm gonna hit him, and then I'm gonna hit him, and then I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay,
How
let's
barbaric.
hope.
Oh no, 12.
Miss.
12, yeah.
Miss.
19.
Hits.
Right on. For 11 slashing on top of 7 radiant.
That's your half attack, right?
Yeah.
Which does less damage.
Yeah, it does.
You don't get to add your strength modifier to the have to attack. No, it does. Sorry, you do. It does less damage, but that's already incorporated in there.
Correct.
18.
Okay. Con save from Lafcadio.
Boop.
Okay. So still got your hex up. Anything else, Nos?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
I'll whip. 24.
Hits.
24. Oops, not a third whip. Hand crossbow.
Okay. Try to remember loading the hand crossbow. You need a free hand to load the hand crossbow.
In between attacks, can I? So it's
Yeah.
just the one.
You just need to remember that what you're doing here is you're whipping and as part of that whip attack, you're stowing, you're reloading, pulling the whip, attack, fire, like that kind of thing. You have to at some point have a free hand to reload. Okay.
So did that last attack count?
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right.
So 24, 24, and 21. That's 10 slashing, 8 slashing, and
I got
10
it.
piercing. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And 3 necrotic, 1 necrotic, and 5 necrotic.
Ooh, she's wounded. You
How
get there.
badly?
On a scale of 1 to 100, about 43.
Okay.
Just for observers' sakes.
All right. And then I will run 60 feet.
I will make an opportunity attack.
You'll try.
I will try. You're rolling 12s. 25.
Oh, hey.
Hit.
15 slashing.
Just all right. So you made your third attack. That's a bonus, right?
Right. This is a
So-
reaction.
Right. So you wouldn't be able to make an opportunity attack.
No, she can.
You can.
Yeah. Bonus actions aren't anything to do with reactions. She's using her reaction to make the opportunity attack. Okay. All right. Anything else from Lafcadio?
I make my con save, so that's it.
Okay. Us.
Yeah. Moving. I don't think that I have a net on me right now. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
And then javelin.
You say that questionably.
Yeah, I do, don't I? I'm learning things today, so
Okay.
everything's in question.
Also, again, a reminder about hand economy.
hmm
Okay. Try to remember that you've got to pull out the javelin as part of this attack. So
Okay.
do you have a hand free? Yeah, well, yes, the glaive is a two-handed weapon, so you can hold it in one hand when you're not attacking with it. So you do draw with the other hand, and then you throw it. That's fine.
Okay.
Just wanted to remind people to pay
Yeah.
attention to
For
the
sure.
hands and what's
Absolutely.
actually happening. Visuals. So
Absolutely. I'm so into those. So I got a critical.
that's a crit.
Yeah, that's a 28. And that's a nat 19, so champion, hey. 10 points of piercing damage
Big crit.
on top of, yeah, big crit. 7 radiant.
And I am down.
Can I hear you? Can I even hear the cheers at this point?
People have been running, so mixed with the cheers and the hurrahs, you hear the sound of coin changing hands, and a lot of people. All right. Someone runs over and picks up Lafcadio.
No. I'll pick up Lafcadio. He's my teammate.
Okay.
He's my comrade.
How are you picking him up?
Like a baby.
No, I mean like he's unconscious. You got 18 seconds before he dies, kind of.
Oh, well, of course I'm
situation.
going to attempt to stabilize him.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
Whop up! I went too far!
Death saving throw from Lafcadio, please.
And that's how we lost our first teammate.
Okay, so that's one success. Do you allow the guards to come over and help?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got like 32 medicine checks within the next round, so it's one of them manages to succeed.
I had to say non-lethally there at the end, but, you
Yeah.
never know what's
How
going to hit.
How
I
about
didn't.
my medicine check of 18?
That's a solid one. You managed to patch up his wounds. I guess it's worth questioning how you non-lethally critted a javelin shot.
Ooh. How about smacking that? You know how the glaives have a glaive catcher on the other side of it? They have like this little moon shape on the end, on the other side. If I took that to his kneecap, that sounds very painful to me.
Or with the amount he was running, you could have thrown it into a tree and he could have run into it.
Yeah, you threw the javelin. How does the javelin hitting him with a natural 20, so it's a powerful hit.
What if
How
I
does
threw it
not look-
sideways?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. He's knocked unconscious more out of the sheer embarrassment of a pole hitting him in the face.
You can hear in your mind's ears. Don't forget my nets.
And Wampum will go over, pick him up, and put him over his shoulder, and then walk back in.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are a little injured. We're going to jump back to the haunted house. Kale and Ali.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you follow the boy into the house?
First, I'm going to see if there's people around us noticing us, or if maybe like this house is like super haunted and invisible.
No, I mean, people notice you.
Oh, okay.
They're just not taking much thought about it.
All right, I will head in after the guy.
Okay. Kale, same.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. You run inside. The house looks bad. It's creaking a lot. Wind that blows through the area just gets caught in some portion of some hole in the side of the building and causes everything to just bend and sway ever so slightly. It almost looks like the house itself is breathing, but you know it's not unnatural. There is a cold breeze moving through that sends your hairs sticking up, but everything looks neat. Everything looks normal. No ghosts yet. It was here, honest. It was at night when it was dark. We heard lots of screams and shouts.
And can
Please.
you describe this guy?
I just heard screams and shouts. I didn't actually see anything.
No, I mean out of character. Can you describe the person that we're talking to?
The little guy? Yeah. Elvish male. Close examination, probably more of a wood elfy kind of mannerism, a little bit shorter, a little bit more lean physicality. His short blonde hair allows you to clearly see his pointy ears. He seems scared, honestly. Like, there's no need for an insight check. He genuinely seems scared about the situation, but there's no evidence during the day of any sort of danger.
Okay. I'll tell him to chill. I'm going to sit down with my magic book and start ritual casting Detect Magic.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna question the boy.
Okay, what are you going to question him about?
So what's your name?
My name is Malik.
A pleasure to meet you, Malik. Allie's going to extend her hand for a handshake. My name is Allie.
Nice to meet you, Ali.
My friend Kale and I will look into this. We have plenty of friends that will be assisting us. And you said, what time around did it start last night?
It was after we blew out the candles. When we were going to sleep, all of a sudden we start hearing the noises, the screams. Someone was crying for help. I distinctly heard someone's voice begging that they were being chased, hunted. But then when I lit my candle to try and find out what's going on, everything stopped.
And what directions were the shouts coming from?
They were coming from the fireplace. And he points over to an old fireplace that hasn't been lit in a very long time. It's dusty. There are remains of what would have been fires, but from a long time ago. It's little more than ash around here.
And from a standpoint of the house, would this lead to another house or towards like an alleyway or anything like that?
The fireplace obviously goes
yeah.
up, but the fireplace backs on the side of the building. It doesn't back to another building.
Okay.
Okay.
And is this
So-
the first time it's happened?
Yeah, it just started happening last night. I don't know what happened. I don't know how.
And were you the only one that heard this?
Well, yeah, this is my house. I'm the only one that lives here.
Okay.
And
And
about
around.
this point, though, before you ask another question,
Okay.
that's when Detect Magic ends up. And you don't sense any sort of magic.
Okay. Was I still kind of keyed into the conversation?
Yes, you could have heard everything that was going on. But
Okay.
continue asking a question if you would like to, Ali.
And was it a female's voice or a male's voice?
It was a soft voice begging for help. Then I thought I heard something laughing behind it. It was not good.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Is- Yep, after
you,
Cal.
you said you heard these screams coming from the fireplace?
Mm-hmm. It was right there.
So I will go over and check out this fireplace. You said, like, I imagine it looks exactly how you described it. It's just kind of...
Yeah. Just a simple old fireplace that hasn't been used in a long time.
Can I, like, feel around inside it and, like, look for, I don't know, like a hidden switch or something? Or...
Roll an investigation check.
Sure. That's gonna be a big old 26.
Okay. Your investigations probably go beyond what a normal person would investigate and do. So you're not just feeling for extra buttons. You're not just feeling to see what the wind is like in here, but you also start paying attention to the little things. As your hand goes through, obviously there is light coming in from outside, and there are lights within the house. But your hand obviously blocks some light and casts a shadow within the fireplace. And you watch as the areas in which you wave your hand, creating the shadows seem to get much darker than they would normally. You almost see grey smoke seem to seep out of the spots where your hand waves past, almost as if you're looking at an active fireplace within the shadow as your hand passes.
Okay. Do I get any sense of, like, evil or good from this thing, or?
You don't sense good or evil. You can't really tell.
Yeah, I'm
but
not a paladin or anything.
yeah, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
However, roll an intelligence check. Just straight up intelligence.
23.
23. Okay. It's quite clear that the shadow right here is the key. Thinking back to what you've experienced previously, you can intelligently figure out that this fireplace, whilst in shadow, is a gateway to the Shadowfell.
Yuck.
Kale, did you find anything over there?
Yep, you see, your problem is you got yourself a portal into the Shadowfell over here.
Murder's well.
Where's your
people live.
problem? All right.
Yes, this is a gateway to the Shadowfell. Not cool.
How do we stop that?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Would maybe I got some holy water. I'll just sprinkle some holy water on it. See if anything happens.
Okay. You'd throw the holy water and it just gets the ash dirty. All
Okay.
sprinkles of ash get a little bit darker.
After that happens,
So would there be less shadows if we kept this fireplace going all the time?
That would take a lot of energy. A lot of
But
work.
it would keep out a lot of shadows.
Jeez.
True.
Do I have 50 gold worth of ruby dust? I ask myself.
You did buy some off of those traveling musicians.
Gonna say, yeah, I thought I remember getting some, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I can't do it today because I wasn't expecting to have to cast this spell. I'll have to go back, come back tomorrow. But I can place a continual flame here that will last forever, unless somebody puts it out with magic.
So do you only need a long rest?
Yes, it's just in the morning. I memorize the spells that I think I might need to cast for the day. I memorize my prayers, and then I can't fit any more in my brain for the day. So I have to wait until the next day to do it again. So just deal with it for another night, man. Just, you got any friends or family?
You can sleep in my room at the inn.
Okay. All right. If
that way
you
you're not
have to
in
wait
any
until
danger.
tomorrow, then I can stay out of the house. But I'd really like my house to be fixed. Do you know? You say you can fix it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me try something right now. And I go back to where I sprayed the holy water, and I say some things and do some things with my hands, and I cast the Dispel Evil and Good spell.
It doesn't work.
Shit. Well, there goes my 5th level slot, guys.
There's a little poof of dust as the ash gets blown away, but that's...
Allie is gonna... Is there any, like, wood in the area that may have been stacked up and stored for winter?
Like
By the
fireplace wood.
Yeah.
No, this fireplace hasn't been used in a very long time, and it doesn't look like he had any intention of using it.
I feel like, wait, is there any... I asked the guy, is there anything that you wouldn't mind? Is there any junk laying around here that you wouldn't be loath to lose?
I'm willing. What are you going to do with it?
I just want to chuck something in there and see if it, goes to the Shadowfell.
Sure. He'll run back and grab some food out of the pantry and bring it up. You can throw this.
Got a rich guy throwing food away. Okay.
What types of food does he have, firstly?
Yeah.
Tinned peas. That's it.
Okay. Oh.
Some bread, some cheeses. It doesn't matter. Yeah, bananas.
Well, I mean, I was asking because we had fruit for breakfast. Because if it was like any bread, Allie would have just been like munching on it.
Okay. Kiwi.
So there's very particular conditions here when it comes to you throwing a piece of food into the fireplace. So tell me, what do you do?
I open the tin and I throw 1 pea, just like bloop.
And it just hits into the ash in the fireplace, doesn't pass through to the Shadowfell in any way.
That looks fun. Can I try?
Sure.
Allie takes like a handful of peas. So, Kale, like the Feywild is all about like energy in life, right?
Yes.
And the Shadowfell is about like misery and unhappiness. Am I getting that right?
Kind of. Yes.
So if I think about the most unhappy thing I can think of and then throw this in, would that work?
Give it a shot.
All right, Allie's going to think way back to her time as a child in Mantle Deereth, to a day that she witnessed the murder. No, sorry, not the murder, but a very powerful spell. I won't go into the details here. And then she throws it in.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Well, I tried.
Let's. So you said that there's light coming in from places.
There is light coming in from outside, and he's got some candles lit around the house because the screams happened while it was dark.
Okay. I will thaumaturgy all the candles out. Just say that.
Everything goes dark. There's still a single shaft of light in the room, but it just hits the corner of the fireplace. You look at everything else, and immediately you see the fireplace starting to smoke.
All right.
Everything outside of that tiny corner that's lit up begins to just give off of smoke as this black flame appears in the fireplace.
So I huck the tin of peas in the fire.
And it disappears.
Okay.
Allie leans over to, what was his name? Started with an M.
Alec,
Malik, you should wait outside.
what are you going to do?
Don't worry about it. You'll just be safer.
Okay. And he steps outside of his house, leaves you inside the house with the portal to the Shadowfell.
Well, like I said, I can't really do anything about this right this second. I thaumaturgy the lights back on, the candles, light them up.
And with the extra light in the room, the portal disappears. You don't see the tin that you had thrown into the fireplace. It's just not there.
Okay. All right. I mean, as long as it keeps the lights on, I guess it'll be fine. And we could just go buy him a bunch of candles for the night.
Could be.
Or, something. We could build a fire in the fireplace, presumably.
If it's okay with you, I'll sleep in your room and I'll let him have my room. I don't feel right letting him sleep here with the risk of something happening.
No.
I mean, we just threw something in there. Something could come back out the same way.
Well, right, but nothing went in when the lights were on. So as long as the lights just stay on, everyone will be fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, 96%.
And you're prepared that if we have him spend the night here, that in the 4% chance that something happens and he dies, that you're willing to take that bet?
Well, let's leave it up to him, maybe? He seemed to have some sort of trepidation about coming with us, because we're just two random people that just barged into his house and started chucking his peas into the fireplace.
But we're the first two people to listen to him.
True. That's true. I say we leave it up to him.
Fair enough.
So let's go get him. Let's go.
All right. So as you step out, he's stood out there waiting, letting people walk past, and he sees you step out. So, what are we gonna do?
It seems like as long as lights are on, and as long as light is going into the fireplace, the portal's closed. So if you could just leave it, have there be lights on, get a bunch of candles, light a fire in there for the first time ever, apparently, and just leave it overnight, it should be fine.
Okay.
But if you'd like to light the lights and then sleep somewhere else, you can completely sleep at our inn, and then we will check it out in the morning.
I think it would be best if you say the lights should be fine, then I'll keep the candles lit. That's what I'll do. I'll keep the candles lit until you come in the morning and fix it, right?
Do you have a lantern?
I can get one.
We'll get you one. We'll go buy you a lantern and a bunch of oil, and you just leave that on and point it at the fireplace all night.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
Fantastic.
Okay. So you guys go off. You'll be able to easily buy a lantern, a couple silver pieces, plus the oil, everything you need, and you can set it up inside his house, pointing at the fireplace. He looks a little bit better now that he has someone like taking charge over this issue.
Okay.
So
Great. Good. I'm
So
glad
we'll
he
see
feels
you
better.
tomorrow.
okay. Then he will. So you guys step out. At this point, you'll watch as Wampum is carrying Lafcadio back in through the gate, back in towards the city. A lot of people laughing and cheering and having a good time. But of course, definitely Nos is the conscious one. Lafcadio is not.
Hello.
He got his butt whooped.
I can see that.
Do you wanna do your wake him up?
Just tell him to wake up and a healing word him for
That
a
is
health.
So
Wake up.
fun fact, Lafcadio is ridiculously irritating to fight.
With all
Daddy
the nets.
Daddy is. Yeah, I lost my goal.
So while you were gone, Kale and I found a portal to the Shadowfell
Oh snap.
in the city. So we have to look into it tomorrow.
I can fix it permanently. I just need to do it tomorrow. I can't do it today. I wasn't prepared to do that today. So.
You can do that magically?
Yes.
So do we need to stand guard over it or something?
Well, I offered to let him sleep in our inn room, but I'm most likely going to stay in his house tonight. I don't feel comfortable agreeing to something and then leaving it up to chance whether something will happen.
We could just tell the guards. I mean, it's their city to guard, and that's one of their citizens, so maybe they should, do something useful.
I agree.
But I mean, Allie, you can do whatever you want. I'm not.
No, I think that Allie
No,
staying
guards
there
are
would
cool.
also be good. Do both.
Okay.
All right. Then, as the party kind of rest from their fun for the day, fun morning, because it's only morning. I mean, it's about midday at this point, after the battle and the investigation. We are going to end the session there as the party potentially investigate and fix this portal to the Shadowfell. We will see you all next week to continue this adventure. You can follow us on Twitter. We are at Crituitous RP. We appreciate every single follow that you guys do with the Twitch. We're just over 300 followers right now, and we would love to see that number keep rising. So thank you to every single person who shares, who likes what we do. Go back and watch our previous videos and catch up with us because we're having a great time. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all next week.